For fuck's sake.
Guys, come on. We are going to give him another chance. Let's be nice about it.
Forward there now.
Stop being
39.
toxic.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh, yeah,
That's
we
fine,
got
we're
too
using
many
your squad.
people.
Shush. Way better. Okay. And let's start off with the... Actually... Wait, 1 sec.
Quick question. Platoon led last round. Does this prevent me from platoon leading this round?
Yeah.
Nope.
Unless
Wait, what?
no one else
Since when?
takes it.
Unless no one else with the platoon tag wants to take it.
I have a platoon. Who else has platoon tags in here? Is it
Me.
only me? Hey, Digby,
Yeah.
how bad do you want platoon?
Well, I can't take it, can I? So, you know.
No. I mean, if I choose not to take it, you can
Or
have
I
it.
choose not
So,
to take it.
yeah, you. I mean, listen, there could be something in this for the both of us. Just let me handle this.
Considering I'm 2 for 2 losses on airborne platoons right now, I'd like a chance to redeem myself.
I don't care about your redemption. What's in it for me?
You know,
What's in
there's
it for
Neil
me?
and there's Tomo who have tags for platoon.
Yeah.
I'll make the sweet to us, bro.
I will buy you a pizza.
Fucking shut up.
Yep, done.
Silver, did oh wait, never mind, it's gonna be
This is sorry, just to quantify this, I actually have to get the slot. If someone ninjas it off me, our deal does not stand.
Okay, and I get 3 pilots. Okay, I need 2 door gunners and a co-pilot. Co-pilot can go in Prophet Spotter or Sniper.
Can I just say, if there's any FNGs I've dragged in here that want to do a separate FNG mission, can you all go into one of the game rooms rather than waiting in the FNG room, because you will be dragged?
Any regular buff for the co-pilot or gunner? Pure Paradise at once, that's one too much. Okay. Stakeholder platoon lead. Yeah, that is. Okay.
Oh, what a shame! I don't buy side pizza.
Oh wait, you're gonna buy okay.
Oh, mother.
Lad! Yes, boys! Yes, boys! You're a fucking
I'll
lad.
spot you in January, Si.
That's what I fucking thought, right?
Stakeholder fac. Okay. Stakeholder squad leads.
Hello, stream.
Rip.
Any 2IC tech.
I've got a little bit of a sore throat at the moment, so if I don't talk very
Any
much,
regular
that's why.
buff for squad lead. Freak, that's not a slot. Freak. Thank you.
I guess we're doing some Charlie squad leading then. I don't mind.
I still need Delta Echo Foxtrot people. Come on.
I don't have the squad leader tag.
5 seconds
No,
before
I
the
didn't get
open
to.
up
I
to
didn't get the
FNGs.
opportunity to Zeus this one. If I just mute everyone here, there we go. I didn't get the opportunity to Zeus this one because I don't have, or I didn't arrive on time to call second mission. Like I say, you really have to sort of. I can't spontaneous Zeus anymore. It's not something. There aren't the facilities for it within the community anymore. There's too many people that want to give it a go. So if I want to Zeus, I have to book it ahead of time. And I've booked a mission for this Saturday. It's a TVT mission on Takistan. You can find it on the Fucknose forum. But yeah, that should be a good laugh. There's a couple of Bradleys and a couple of T-55 medium tanks for the Op4 side. Well, it looks like we're doing some Charlie leading of sorts. Should be a good laugh. We've got a few people under our wing here. I haven't squad leaded in a while, but I feel like being all authoritarian and telling people what's what. That should be pretty good. I've got a fairly tactical mind for it. Yeah, right. So it should be it should be interesting. Comfy Quebec stay for Niels are. How rude. Yeah, so it should be a good laugh, basically. I seldom ever hold a position of power like backseat gaming, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. What was my name before it was Quebec? It was Thonan Carter. do you know those usernames that you regret taking? We've got a real long history of usernames here. My very first username was, and try to hold back the cringe, it was Joe the Web Rambo, and I still have that @live address. I still have that. That's still an email of mine. After that, it was Mr. Rascal. Then where was it? My Xbox Live handle was I couldn't get Joe, so I, because you know, so I ended up with Joe E97. So it was J0EE97, and it really annoyed me because everyone called me Joey because it is a double E. But my name was Joe. I was always annoyed with that. But hey ho. There you go. Sorry, somebody said something in chat. I'm going to read it. God damn it, Quebec, why the fuck did you have to wait so long to start streaming? Some of us need to go to work early tomorrow. I'm sorry. Yeah, they took forever to end the game. And we're playing on Klafgan. I don't like Klafgan. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, is it Finks? Fixie? Or Pixie? Fixie. PH. Forgive me. Right, let's load up comms. Hello? No? Maybe not? Oh, I see. Everybody's still in there we go.
Benji and Silver both loaded.
Sorry, yep, they're all I don't know. Are we going in? Anything could happen. I'm going to mosey on over to the what's it lead.
You're not spinning circles.
Vogel doesn't have the map.
Yep.
Someone's possessed.
He doesn't have.
He got removed from the mod. What the fuck?
No, I didn't.
So many people don't have it.
Oh, hello. Oh,
I can bless
I think somebody doesn't have the right mods.
I already saw a couple of matches of people not having this map.
I want to bless him with bullet chip holy water.
Who is it? Can I like shoot him and take his dog tag and find out who it is?
Ice Vogel.
Ice Vogel doesn't have the name. All right, I'm gonna go to the fuckers over here.
I don't want to get there.
Warning: your live version doesn't match the server's version. That shouldn't be a problem. He says that shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully not. Yo ho. Oh, that didn't. Oh, there we go.
Two thus far.
Hello.
+5. Yo.
Where are we? To which army do I owe my allegiance?
Desert DPM, champ for the British.
Desert
Can I
DPM.
have only the flight lead here? Thanks. Goodbye. Deirdre,
Size
goodbye.
not size CC, so we just come over to fucking.
Okay. Well, Cobra's here for shy. So run along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Come
also
with
sending
me?
this over to
Yeah, it's
Desert
thanks.
DPM.
And we also have a
Yeah.
transport lead, so.
Yeah.
Are you
How many
transport
people
flight
did we lose? Well, our transport.
lead? Wait,
has,
who's
so
transport flight lead?
We haven't
Shrooms
worked
is
that
above
out
me in
yet.
the slot, but we're kind of working it out.
Okay, well, you guys go play Ching Chong Cha over there. I only want one of you here.
You can't
I
say
thought
that.
someone would have to fucking catch
Second, I feel bad for my squad
Yeah, the
because
fucking transport
I'm the
flight lead can
IC.
do that.
No,
You don't need
Sanders
both
medic.
here.
Right, I tell you what, I'll just do flight lead shit. So it keeps it simple.
I'll get Rex Shrooms.
Animal turn on.
Off you go.
There, sorted. British, yet wearing like bloody black things.
There is the British transport chopper. Deal with it, motherfuckers. There is a murder.
If this
Yeah,
is
there's a murder.
if this is Afghanistan, then we're part of the coalition. They've lent us some helicopters.
Exactly.
Shrooms, if me and you go blue, just keep so we know we're transport. I'm going to get rid of my long range so I can only use it on the third, if that's alright, because I see the 18th knock about the radios.
Be doing the whole British weapon stuff to match, or
Of course, L85s,
Preferable.
best weapon ever made.
Yeah, L85. Especially in
True.
this game where it doesn't jam or fall apart when you fire it.
To be
All
fair,
my
it's
time in the
surprisingly
forces, it
accurate
never
things.
fell apart.
Did it jam?
But that was your own fault if it did.
Because you didn't maintain it.
Exactly.
I weigh 34 kilos. I should probably drop some of these HE grenades I'm carrying.
Hi.
Alright, Sai, you have.
I'm
you
flying
are
the
one
Wildcat.
element. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
1 element, you're 2 element Cobra.
Alright.
Cool.
1 element. Okay, so it's 1 1 and then 2 1 2 2. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Not that stupid. Just kind of stupid.
Also, you're not getting pizza.
I am getting pizza.
I just ordered delivery.
What do you mean I'm not getting pizza? I am getting pizza. He said I'm getting pizza.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy pizza in January.
Who just ate shit over there?
In January.
Yeah, no, because we're meeting in January. Yeah, because we're going to like chill and stuff.
Yeah.
And touch his butt.
I think he's just using
Oh,
January to forget about it.
Messi might be coming as well, Si.
Yeah, I know. That's cool. Just keep her on a leash and make sure she doesn't lick everything.
Well,
Ugh.
yes, that should be fine. Are you joining us, Mr. Quebec?
For what?
In January?
Buffington,
Oh, Tank Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do.
go on then, come down. You know you're whiner.
And fucking, I'll have to go to London Marylebone and then catch a connecting train.
Yeah, if you want to come down for the day, then yeah, you're gonna have to do that. But
I'll probably get a B&B and come down there the day before.
I mean, if you want to do that, then I'm driving Scout and Funkerberg up from Heathrow on the Thursday or the Friday or something. I can't fucking remember. I'm driving them up on some day, and they need to tell me when because I've completely forgotten.
Solid plan.
But I'm driving them up to mine, and then we're driving out there in the the next morning, the thingy. Yeah, good planning.
Okay, I have a problem. Fuck.
And that problem is?
For some reason, my Arma says TFR is not enabled. Well, it's clearly enabled, and I can't do anything unless that pop-up goes away.
Oh
Probably
no.
because you're
It
Dutch.
didn't go away from me earlier, it just left me in Arsenal view without an Arsenal. You have to reslot.
Exactly, this
Doesn't
is,
like Dutch
I've
people.
already done that 8 times.
8 times?
Oh no.
Reload the game, reconnect to the server.
Already tried.
Oh no. Sorry, I'm just demonstrating that I really, really, really care.
Appropriate levels of peril.
Being a cunt. Sorry.
Do you ever care about anything?
I do care. I care about
Cares
you,
about
man.
Pringles.
Okay, you care about
I
food.
care about.
Anything else?
No, I care about you. I care about. Listen, you're a
So
valuable
much.
member of this of this community. Okay?
Society.
Just the longer last
And,
night.
and I want you to know that you're loved here, and that if ever you need us, we are here for you.
Did your mom ever
we-
tell you not to lie?
No. Hey, listen. Come on now. That's me. I'm opening myself to you. I'm sharing. I'm telling you that you're wanted. You're loved.
Sup?
You know, you're cared for. Oh.
So you love me?
People these days, yeah, they just
I
don't
appreciate
appreciate.
it, Sally, I appreciate it.
No,
but
no, you
I
don't.
need
No,
to fix my
fuck you.
technical problems, so Amethyst, you're Scott League now.
Okay.
I think that was just the sound he got.
Thank
tired
fuck
of
he's
typing
gone. I
shit.
hate him.
Nice.
I'm about to write a strongly worded letter to whoever the fuck makes British body armor and helmets for making it look so goofy.
They don't look goofy.
Why you just
What do you mean they look goofy? They don't look goofy.
I don't actually use this stuff anymore.
Yeah, it's, you know what they say, helmets look like their owners.
So, just waiting on the briefing. Jesus Christ, is this AO spread out enough? Fuck me.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to get a helicopter
Yeah.
any of those objectives.
So, in before it's all on foot as well.
It's literally
what? We can get helicopters at those fucking objectives. What are you talking
You
about?
wanna try and land them on top of some trees, Si?
I can land them on top of some fucking buildings. What you talking? Look at for this one, I can land it on one of these roofs over here. No problems, bro. Easy. What are you talking about? Look,
If I-
this one I can land it here. As long as there's no fucking fog, I can do this. The
If I-
last time there was fog and I still did it, barring one or two crashes.
If they fixed the repelling thing, I don't think the H repels. That's very good.
I don't think we have.
Not for the AI, they didn't.
It's not on the mod list, so.
Yeah, it's not on the server anymore.
Yeah, for the people wondering in chat why I sound like a white Morgan Freeman, is I've got a bit of a sore throat. I've got a bit of a bit of a rasp going on. It's what I call 7 o'clock jazz time. So yeah, if I sound like that, then great. I love it. I hope you do too. I should do more 6 streaming. I've got more water, because I need to. Oh yes, need to keep me the older hydrate up. I think. So yeah. Also, hello Jan. Jan 1915, the 1915th iteration of Hertog Jan. Rain in the desert. Triggered.
Rain in the desert. What fucking? Fuck.
Rain in the desert.
Hey,
I mean, yeah, but
gotta rain
How
sometime.
do the trees grow without rain?
I don't know.
Are
Fucking.
is this your concept album you're pitching to us now, Benji?
I just said the silver I feel more at home if it's raining.
Yo, hey.
Yeah.
Listen, I appreciate that you have logic. However,
Welcome to Afghanistan.
Okay, this is a briefing. You guys are British.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
So you're British Airborne Platoon, and you've been tasked with extracting 1 times VIP that has been abducted by the enemy forces. It's a terrorist organization of some sort.
So
like some evil dudes. Islamic State, militia.
Right, okay.
Those kind
So
of dudes, you know?
my top whole briefing in MI6 consists of evil dudes took an important guy. Okay.
yeah.
I can tell I'm high up the fucking priority list right now. Carry on.
Fucking the VIP is not that important, alright? They've brought him to either one of the towns and camps marked. And the intel that we have suggests that you can probably land fairly close by since they don't have any AA at these locations. The maximum thing would be like a 50 cal, and if that can shoot you in your ingress, they're lucky. Be a different story
fucking luckers.
in the big towns of Afghanistan and Mini al-Malak and what's that, Butafas. Those are enemy-held, enemy strongholds, and so is Camp Ranka. You have to avoid those at all costs, because you will get shit. There's
So-
a shit ton of tanks.
So basically, that entire red circle that Cranach has drawn is basically a zone of death. We shouldn't go anywhere near it.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
What the fuck is happening to TFR?
I swear to Christ, cyanide.
What?
I
It
think
wasn't
what we
me.
should do is we should split the
Fuck's
enemy
sakes!
section into 2.
Digby, you might encounter a BTR or 2 in the towns, but there's gonna be nothing more than BTRs.
Right. I think I'm just gonna. Is there any chance that the APT will be in Abelistan, Mini Malak, any of those, or is it literally just a avoid those objectives?
Avoid those towns.
Avoid. Okay. Awesome.
Ultimate no.
Oh, somebody just died.
Remain depressed.
Press, not depress, you fucking idiot. Wait a
Remain
second.
whatever it is you said.
Wait a second.
Right. So
Fucking
my
fuck.
objective is to recce. Well, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 points. And find the HVT. Who is the HVT? What does he dress like? How important is he?
He won't look like one of the evil dudes.
Very.
Literally all the information.
And he'll
you're giving
probably
me.
be handcuffed. That's how you know him.
Right. Okay. So he's an. My my faith here, my 6 is going up and up. Evil dudes have taken some guy who we don't know what he looks like.
It's very Hollywood, isn't it? I like it.
Got a problem with that? Bug?
It's need to know, Digby.
It's a need to know. I know.
God.
Obviously, the commander of the fucking mission doesn't need to know.
Where's Jason
Clearly
Statham?
not.
Like, we need him.
Yeah, well, Mr. Evil didn't show us what his evil forces look like, so it's going to be a surprise to us as well.
Mr. Evil.
Mr. Evil and Doctor Doom.
I didn't go to Evil Medical School for 7 years to be called Mr. Thank you very much.
Well, this isn't Austin Powers, so he's Mr. Evil, not True Evil.
Can he like identify himself with an evil laugh, like, and then like a crack of thunder? Yes, need that.
I'll try and remember to do that when you find it.
Yeah, that's it. If we find the FOB, it'll be like. That's the one.
That's how you'll know it's him. You'll hear the laughter.
And then the crack of thunder. And if you have it in Zeus, just like a hit of some piano keys would be really nice as well.
Hold on, I'll just get my handy piano out of the closet.
That's the one.
Is there a time barrier on this at all?
If people start complaining, I'll probably end it.
I'm going to complain now. Can we end it now?
20
Yeah.
Okay, GG, mission complete.
It's going to be a mission fail if you don't find the dude.
Yeah, I understand that.
I might include a time limit at some point because they're going to put out a video where they shoot them come or something.
Well, we are at 20 past 9 right now. So,
hour and 40 minutes.
If you're struggling by 11:15, it's gonna pretty much be done.
2 hours?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
How the fuck do you get into this fucking...
Don't, I locked it, you cunt.
In the door, I think.
Have you tried remaining upset?
Wow. Oi, fly dicks,
Right,
get here.
okay, I'm really jazzed about this chance acceptance mission. Evil dude taking some guy, don't know what he looks like, and my pilot doesn't know what a fucking helicopter is. Gee fucking.
Hey! I can't get in!
Don't forget Mr. Evil's laugh. That's how you identify him.
Fuck off, Javed.
See, I can't identify any fucking LZs here because it's just full of trees.
Digby, I'll do the LZs, just tell me where you want me to take squads.
Well,
so
we're
squads
gonna
need to go and
hit.
stuff.
Right, okay, I'm just gonna put some boxes up, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit, the fucking Black Hawk's going to carry 12 men, can't they?
Yep.
So that's pretty much, unless the squads get ground based, they're going to be...
I mean, we could operate... We could operate one extra Blackhawk if Zeus is kind enough, so we could have 3 transport birds, and then I can come back for the fucking disappeared helicopter.
See, it's
switch between.
It's quite difficult.
I can do a difficult drop off as well onto a rooftop or something like that if you need, because I can do that if you need it. Anyway.
Subtle brag.
Not that that's a problem, but there's going to be 50 cal.
It ain't a subtle brag. I can do it.
So, reference your maps. You've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 as admin boxes that we're going to attack, and we're going to attack them in that order. We'll attack 1 first, as those objectives are mutually supporting, and eliminating them would be reasonably handy. We'll then remount attack 2. Once we've cleared Mike 1, we'll use that as a staging post for our helicopters and sort of a centralised casualty collection, jumping off, setting down point. We'll then attack 3 to the southwest. And then finally, if we still not find him, we'll attack Baker to the north as 4. Does anyone have any questions on the order by which we're attacking these admin boxes?
Negatore.
Follow the numbers. I can count to 4. I can do that.
I'm sure.
It's actually quite difficult to see because my squad's playing noughts and crosses on the map. I can't see anything.
I will punch your squad in the fucking face.
Right, I'm going to mark routes in from the LZs now. FAC is going to be my save for this one. So FAC, if you want to whack down some LZs for each of those admin boxes, and I'll do plans for each, and I'll literally just execute them when we're ready and landed.
Yeah, I'm looking at the second box now.
This is a good LZ over here.
Market.
Close. I'm
Oh yeah.
moving my yellow thing.
Well, it depends how we
That's-
split the
that's another
squads. Do we
good
want
one.
all the helicopters going to the same LZ? Do you want to split
That's
them?
the
Those,
plan.
these
We're going to
LZs
attack.
are fucking tight though.
We're going to
Like-
attack in force on each objective.
Okay, cool.
It might-
yeah, so one
might
LZ,
consider
so that
fast
T-junction
roping.
there with that little compound is probably the
Fast
best for
roping
a
might not be a
double.
bad idea if
It's
if
disabled.
We can
is it
we
fast
it's
or is it
disabled. We can put it down.
It's
We can
disabled.
put it down. That's fine. We can
Yeah.
put it down.
Yeah, that T-junction will be fine. For
You're gonna have to
most
ask
of them.
Zeus for like a third though, to get all the squads in there.
Yeah.
Probably have to make return trips as well.
You are west side, but the GPSs don't work in so you'll have to take a micro dagger.
I'll have to take a micro.
Yeah, micro. I assume it's
Fucking hate using it though.
yeah, it's a right pain in the ass, but it's what it is.
Wait, why don't the GPSs work? Mine works
Don't know,
perfectly
it's
fine.
just been a bug with, well, for me anyway, whenever I flew Black Hawks, flying overnight wouldn't let me work. Usually Arma 3
I'll grab one.
GPS.
I'll grab one.
Oh, good night. God bless. Dig
How
me
do we
down.
do
Good at
Wait,
your
what?
pinnacle landings, Cobra. Well, you have tags. You should all be good at pinnacle landings.
Yeah.
Flips.
Strange technical.
I don't know
issue.
how to land. How do you
I
land?
have access to all of the channels. Command channel, side channel, global channel, all that.
Hammers occasionally, just unusual.
What you do is you put the helicopter on the ground, making sure to hit your tail wheel first so that the whole helicopter explodes.
Ah, okay.
Oh my god, that was like a
Yeah.
sound effect.
You're going to want us to do
Like
a
a Star Wars film. That was.
Yeah,
Yeah, that scene where Ben Kenobi like appears in the valley in
wants to do
Episode 4.
pinnacle
That's the
landing.
sound he just made.
You can just land on this road. The road should be wide enough for you guys to land.
Yeah, no, I mean, once they've dealt with it, I think.
Oh yeah,
Probably
pickups
best
might be
bait.
pinnacles. Yeah.
Because it's going to depend on what the clearance is like as well at the area, so.
I'm
obviously,
assuming
I'm not sure how
pinnacle-
good this map is, how accurate
I-
it is in terms of foliage.
You're using pinnacle
I did look at
landing
your
to-
1273 implement. I didn't like it.
Is that your actual mic? That is
Yes.
fantastic. Cobra sounds like he's already talking through TFR while he's talking. It's fantastic.
Yeah, my mic's not the best. It's quite a way away as well. 'Cause I have to move my shit around to use
Please
my
check
joystick.
new marker.
If you want to pin, wait, where's your marker? I don't see it.
I just made a little dot on the map.
Oh right. Yeah, we can. Yeah, that's actually nice and clear. I like it.
I mean, we could put. Actually, hang on. LZ first is pretty tasty. Never mind.
That's what I
'Cause
was
it's got-
saying.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, my bad, my bad, dude. You
changing it.
you the fact, I the tool. You the fact, I the tool. That's cool. I the tool. I do what you say.
Alright, so if you're gonna get a Black Hawk, you're gonna be 2-3 for your Black Hawk flights. So you're
Gotcha.
gonna fall under Cobra.
Copy. Can we call sign Valkyrie, please?
Do you want that
Sure.
for your fucking wildcat? Because if you want Valkyrie for your wildcat, you have to wait, and we'll just have something else for the Black Hawks.
You guys could have. I don't know. Hang on. Let me refer to my big list of call signs.
Here it comes.
Okay. Could the attack out? Where'd it go? Oh, it's gone. Could we have call sign FedEx, please? FedEx 2321. Sorry. No, FedEx 11, please.
Yeah.
Because
You
every
can have
time I
FedEx.
shoot something, I want to say package delivered. Thank you. And yeah, these guys can have. I don't know, whatever
Give
you
me a
guys
minute,
want.
I'll think of something for.
You could have
Oh, yes.
Mistral, Valkyrie, Manic, Vulcan,
FedEx is brilliant.
Cuddles,
Keep FedEx.
Baja, Vayu.
Definitely keep
Oh,
FedEx.
did we crash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just worried about this third box.
I wasn't paying
'cause it's
attention. I was
bigger
reading
than the
the
rest of
Actually,
the boxes.
hang on a minute. Can I get a call sign changed to UPS so when you call me on the radio, I can say, "What can Brown do for you?" Because that's the UPS tagline. Please. Can I please get a UPS so that I can say, "What can Brown do for you?" Thank you.
Your call sign is now
God,
UPS.
I was like,
Thank you.
having some basic then.
Fuck yeah. Alright, that's good. Alright.
I see. That's great because
Moxie has a fucking long past.
if we have to retask you, we can say you can leave the package with a neighbour. That's going to be the code. That's the code name.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
It could be worse. It could be like Yodel. You only deliver everything late.
Laughter.
I'll tell you what, we'll get
By
you
the way,
together.
Athos,
Yes.
weren't you at 2IC?
My squad leader disconnected, had to reinstall some things he said to me on TeamSpeak, so...
Who just called me out for being from Brum? You're right. You're right, Chuck. I can't even do a fucking a fucking Brummy accent without straining my voice. I live in the jewellery quarter, not a Brummy, though just a fake resident. Fucking disgusting. You're welcome. Fake resident. Where does the fake resident resonate from? Yeah. What gave it away? What did give it away? Some people say I don't have a Brummy accent. Some people say it kind of shines through. When I'm tired, you can hear the Brummy. I can't hear the Brummy. I've totally lost my ear for the Brummy accent, and I live here. Normally, I'm quite well spoken, but in this case, I'm not.
Yeah, no,
You could land here.
I know, I wasn't going to land it.
Turning that off. I'll let him talk it out. My dad was in the army, so we moved around, not from anywhere in particular. There was a point of origin. Honestly, you're soft Brummy at best. There's a point. There's a point you did start somewhere, Riz. Stocks, come on. Help me out. All this time, I thought Upek was just testing something, hence the sample text title. Tell Cyanide that only true gentlemen are watching your stream. I think surely he knows. You're born in Germany, I guess. I don't know. Germany, perhaps? But that was on an army... What? An army camp. You have a backstory worth writing a novel about. What the fuck? Morning, August. Morning or evening. It's 9:30 here. You may play army, but I lived it. I can't argue with that. I don't play soldiers very often, but when I do it badly. And yeah, I hope throughout this you cringe and wince in several times at both radio discipline and call out. What am I doing on Arma today, Bart? I am part of Charlie's squad lead. My squad's playing noughts and crosses on my map at the minute, so I can't really see the objectives. So yeah. He's trying to fucking outpace me. There we go. Do you know the Jam House? No. Because that's where I live on that square. The Jam House. I'll have to Google it and come and find you on my lunch break when I'm at work. Leave me like a calling card. Rice stocks. Leave me a stock of rice, like a crate of rice somewhere, and I'll know you were there. And then leave me little grains of rice, and then I can follow the trail. It's perfect. That little thing on the bottom right when you have your map up shows the square that you're on. I was struggling so much with that. Yes, we're on Grid Square. I don't even know how it works. Grid Square 20. Oh, I see. So we're on Grid. Well, we're on Grid Square 203 down here and 123 up here. Technical term. Boaty McBoatface. Oh god, there's so much crap. So much crap everywhere. It's alright. I can live with it. I'm really... Do you know when, like, a keyboard says good for, like, or a mouse says good for, like, 1,000,000 clicks? I'm getting through about half of these. The delete key is going to give out soon.
Any chance of an ammo resupply? Because I might have my guys super light so we can sprint.
Wait, what? The fuck? What?
Right, when can we start?
What's the name of that really fast sprinter guy?
Usain Bolt.
Why the fuck did I just say Barack? What
Barack
the fuck is wrong with me?
They're not all the same.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
Racism.
Holy shit, dude. Man, I've studied way too much today. I'm sorry.
Former US President Usain Bolt.
Fucking... I guess... Let me just look at the map. Wait one.
Right, okie dokie. Gentlemen in the infantry, stand by for briefing. We're going to touch down at LZ first, which is at that T-junction. It's marked very helpfully by the fact Alpha Bravo Charlie will head south down the road, break off and attack the... is that Restrepo up there? Yeah. Or Rob Restrepo.
Well, Rob Strepper. Copyright and all that.
Restrepo's the actual one, which has a movie about it.
Alpha Bravo and Charlie will attack Rob Strepo. Delta Echo and Foxtrot will attack Punta Cuevo. Basically, you'll secure both the objectives with pincer movements. Whichever one of you finds the HVT there, awesome. If not, stage in your respective bases. I'll send the helicopters out to get you. We'll then pick up and drop off at LZ second. For the pilot, you're going to have to approach very fucking low to get us in there, and you cannot come directly at the LZ from the first objective, simply by virtue of the fact that you're going to overfly Mike 1 and give our position away. Once we get to LZ second, Alpha and Bravo will hook to the south and then to the east and attack this entrance here of the base. Charlie and Delta will do the same, but they'll come in from the immediate east. While they do this, Echo and Foxtrot will proceed down the roads to RP Crumpet to prevent any QRF from Alcahomora and Farao Draguz coming up and fucking us. It's basically an aggressive patrol out into enemy territory. You will form up around RP Crumpet. You will hold those roads down. If the big fob at Mike 1 does not hold the enemy, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie and Delta will mount back up in helicopters and land to the north of Faro Draguz and Alcamora. I'm thinking around high point 847. Fat, can you fling an LZ up there for me?
Up by... I've got LZ Sextech up there. I don't know where you meant.
I do not see that LZ. Can you remark it for me? It might be because you marked it, but I wasn't connected.
Are we talking about by Alcamora?
Possibly.
Wrong place.
Sorry.
Might have been LZ in the wrong place.
Yeah,
That is a close
Alcamora.
LZ.
Alcamora. I don't see the marker. Yeah, people.
Shen, you're a twat. You got to be yanking my chain there. Thank God. And how you doing, Heath? I'm guessing you work at the Bull Ring, not stalking. I heard your customer poo-covered story. My best mate just opened a store next to Boss, Stephen Arthur. I actually know very little about the Bull Ring. I work on New Street at the Specsavers. Come and say hi. Don't actually come and say hi. It's really weird. God, I really, I apologise as well. I really don't know what's wrong with my my internet. It's just in the last week, it's just started having trouble. I'm getting basically what's happening is I'm getting my room refurbished, the whole room, in about February time, January, February time. And the whole gimmick with that is that I'm changing where the internet inlet comes into the house. It currently comes through at the exact opposite side of the dwelling. It comes in in the back garden on the ground floor, and I live at the front of the house on the top floor. So it literally couldn't travel further. I'm not allowed to just plumb an internet cable in, like just run it up the stairs and wrap it around on top of doorways and things, because the folks don't like how thick like an RJ45 cable is or whatever it is, and they don't like it running under doorways and things like that, and don't want me drilling holes. So I'm gonna get the Virgin Media guys to change the inlet into the house when I get my room refurbished, which means rather than having a 20-meter cable like I have to have, or a power line adapter in this case, which is a cardinal sin of internet networking, because they do a job, but they do it badly. They're not great. I've got a decent one. I've got a gigabit connection, but because there's so much copper wire that the power line adapter has to travel through, or the power line signal, by the time it gets to me, the actual connection's pretty ropey. God, we're dropping 5% of our frames. Fuck off! Stop freezing. It works well for browsing the internet, but it doesn't work for streaming. Yeah. What's that? Contube? Yeah, I guess it is. I guess my wiring in the house is shit. I guess. I lose 5 megaseconds with my internet connection if I use the power line when I've got an internet cable plumbed in. When should I come in and say hi? Anytime. just turn up. Bring food. Bring pizza. Can't argue with that.
Of any kind at this time.
Delta is being dropped into LZ Sec.
Multiple others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
With LZ second, for Bravo, Charlie and Delta are second. Mike 1 has been cleared. The choppers will pick you up and drop you at Sec. As Foxtrot and Echo are not going to clear the entire route, they're just going to there's a blocking force to stop a Cure Echo coming up at us. They're going to go halfway, stop and be picked up around RP Crumpet. If the FAC will find an LZ for you as we go. Anyone have any questions at this time on any of those orders as they stand?
Seems a bit far for Foxtrot and Echo to walk to RP Crumpet, because by the time we get halfway, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie and Delta could have cleared Mike 1.
You're clearing the road. You can hold whilst you move, so.
That's fine by me.
Yeah.
Fox is okay with that.
Echo and Foxtrot, welcome to the army. You occasionally get orders you don't like.
It's an advance to contact, the worst kind of orders.
Advance to contact, that's kind of it. I'm basically using you as rear area security. Because I'm using you as rear area security for the second area, for the third area you get 2 objectives entirely to yourself. So, you know.
Smile.
Right, anyone got any more questions?
I'm not much.
Nope.
Fuck you.
Negative.
Fuck you, I love patrols.
If there are no additional questions and you're all happy with your orders, you can go and brief your chaps.
I knew where they were.
Thank you.
Back, I do not have to.
Neil, no! I'm just gonna bleed out! Fuck's sake!
Oh, fantastic.
I worked so hard for those wounds!
Alright, well, I guess I'm grabbing that.
Right. Fuckers. With your noughts and crosses. Right. So, the briefing as it stands, it's quite a large AO, but we'll deal with it. All of the objective markers, the ones with the crosses, not the exclamation marks, they are all the objectives that we're going to be covering. Let me just change my radio. There we go. So yeah, basically the one in the centre, the one that is marked with the black dot 1, LZ first, we're going to be going there, and then we're going to be pushing south with Alpha and Bravo, clearing these compounds. The objective that we're looking for is a high-value individual, high-value target, VIP. We're trying to extract him. We have no intel on what he looks like, but chances are he's going to be handcuffed, tied up and the like. I've been told we might even get an evil laugh, because he's meant to be a mad scientist. So yeah,
we have to take him alive.
we have to take him alive, that's right, and then we have to extract him. He could be at any one of the cross objective markers, so we're going to go through and have to clear them all. I suspect, in a typical Zeusy fashion, he'll be at the last one. I don't think we'll find him straight away. So yeah, that's basically it. We've got to push through, we've got to clear them all, and yeah, that about covers it. There's not really much to say. After we've gone to number 1, we'll then go to number 2, which is slightly northwest. We'll be landing at LZ second there, and then we'll be pushing around Mike 1 in with Delta, and we'll be clearing that compound. If we can't find him then, we'll then remount and go and check out number 3, which is in the far southeast. Again, we'll be landing at LZ Trin. Oh no, we won't be landing at Trin. Oh no, I guess we're not in the theatre for Trin. I guess we'll be going straight to 4 then in that case, and going to Fortesses, LZ Fortesses, and clearing Baker Outpost up in the north. So yeah, really not much to say. Find the target, get him back alive, get him into a helicopter, smiles all round.
And this took 30 minutes.
This took 30 minutes, yeah.
I know.
But yeah.
This is why I complain about these platoon leading every day of my life.
Well, the problem is that he has to crash at least 3 times.
Yeah, that didn't help. Also the fact that he's sending 3 squads for literally tiny compounds.
Yeah, well...
And 2 times Blackhawks, is it? Or
I think it's two times Blackhawks and 1 Wildcat.
Just to get everyone to LZ first, it's going to take half an hour, because they hold a squad and a half, a Blackhawk does.
It's as a Zeus trainer, I empathise, but yeah, we're just players today. Apparently, as well, the exclamation marked towns and villages all up in the north there, those are points to avoid kind of thing. They're high concentrations of enemies, but I don't know why I bothered marking them, because we can just fly around them. So hey ho. So yeah, we're not going anywhere near those big exclamation marks. They're not part of the AI.
QRF.
Not even QRF, not really. No, the QRF is going to be coming from any direction.
Up a fucking hill.
Yeah, basically.
Those hills are steep, my dude. There's not going to be anything quick about any response force.
We might get some,
No,
some
roads.
fucking... In fact, it's really going to... He didn't actually say who the enemy were. If it's fucking Russians, I'm going to shit myself. But if it's not Taliban, I am going to shit my pants. But hey ho. Kill whoever's there.
Very interesting working out
Except
how the fuck he does
HVT.
comms cross map.
Well,
and how he's expecting Foxtrot to
there's not going to be many 5x5s.
objectives?
Yeah. There's not going to be many 5x5s.
So yeah, typical planning. All right, are we good to go through?
I think so. This is Charlie Actual to Platoon. Are we good to go through the teleport pole, or are we holding?
Charlie, actual platoon leader here. Feel free to move
Yes,
through and ready. You caught me just in my face with
How big is the lethal range?
Good man. Right, let's rock and roll.
Target's ready.
Delta's ready.
Seven, form on me. 9, form on me.
Let me go back
8,
and sort that shit
return
out.
to formation.
Please do.
In fact, I might leave it on. Trust the squad leader to be the one that's not ready.
Platoon, this is Echo. We are all briefed up and ready to go.
Voice, there it is, British. There we go. Enemy rifleman front. Enemy. No, 100 meters. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
I have unfucked myself.
Yo, turn up, nice hat.
Thank you.
Yo, thanks.
I might actually go back and turn it on.
So I saw Income's name and I was like, that's not Income's voice.
Enemy, run, 200 meters.
Reference that tree. Right, do we have order of march down here? Far Alaska? No, I don't think we do.
Alpha to platoon. We don't have members of Canada.
I'm not sure where we're mounting up. Just stand by.
Say again, Alpha.
We've got Delta in there.
Can I commandeer one?
Alpha, you're Alpha, I'll let you through the floor.
Yes, sure.
Well, you should stand closer to it. You have a big fuck off beard.
Yeah, fuck you, that's why.
Platoon sergeant, take his name.
At least it's better than having a fucking caterpillar nesting under my nose.
Get a shave. You look like a bum.
Maybe I like bums.
Brilliant squad lead, boys.
what is happening?
Platoon, this is Echo. Where do you want us to wait on which helicopter we'll be taking? Who will be our
Discipline him.
pilots?
Hang on.
Oh, Netcall Squad, this is back. I would like you guys to have Alpha Bravo helicopter on the left and then so on and so forth going down the line.
Well done, Sergeant. I'll put you in for the MM for this.
Form in front of this black
You don't understand what that means. Alpha Bravo first helicopter, Charlie Delta second helicopter, Echo and whatever stragglers are left in third helicopter.
Okay. Okay, Charlie in second. Recap.
Yes, second helicopter for Charlie. Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Marco.
I'm leaving a switch with you.
Gormer.
Should we do a radio check?
Gormer.
Charlie Bird.
For anybody that can't fit in a helicopter, the British Army is providing bicycles as an alternative form of transport to the AF.
This is Fox requesting.
I feel control with bicycle, give me one. Yeah, I can't fit on
What?
If you can't fit onto the helicopter, please bus service to the AO.
Cyanide is our pilot.
Roger. F1 on the far right.
Yeah, there's still one seat here.
Squads, if there are stragglers in your squad who can't fit in the helicopter, send them back to the TP pole to sit with the platoon.
Anybody that can't get into the helicopter in Charlie's got to go back to base and wait with some stragglers there. You're going to have an alternative form of transport. Maybe not bicycles, but...
I want my bus.
Delta to platoon. Send your message, Delta. Looks like the Charlie Delta helicopter is full.
Send stragglers to TP pole to sit with the platoon for a second trip.
Yeah, anybody that can't get into the helicopter is taking part in a second
on the
trip.
ground, hold position. We're going to have to do 2
It's okay if I can
seconds,
put me in
2 lifts to get you all in.
As a Zeus trainer, I can either approve that. I mean, there's another Zeus trainer and you're a CM. I mean, do whatever the fuck you want. All right, I can't. You have the blessing of squad sergeant, but that's as high as my credentials
All
go.
men who are not able to get in the helicopter away from helicopters, send them to the TP pole.
Neil and I are going to go take the objective on our own. We'll start walking into the middle distance.
I need to be able to see which birds have no men around them and which birds still have people trying to get in.
Get support for Lone Wolfing. Neil's our own bands.
You really need one space.
We'll meet you at the place once you get ready waiting.
Echo to platoon. Echo is all mounted up and ready to go.
As your 2IC, what's
Alpha's mounted, ready to go.
Charlie is all in part 2. 2 are going in the second wave.
69.
Roger, all sections. The helicopters will lift off when ready. If you have stragglers that are still at the base, they will come in with the second wave. Once you touch down, remain within the admin box and establish an all-round defense. Once all elements are landed and ready, you may proceed. Now,
Charlie, that's a firm A.
Second wave.
Delta copies.
And now I mute everyone and I open the map and talk shit. Interestingly enough, I've got the basically in an attempt to try and save some bandwidth, I've closed the stream and I've got the chat in a pop-out window, which means now the entire left side of my screen is dominated by the League of Legends Shen guide that I was looking at. So yeah, let me tell you about Spirit's Refuge. It's quite obvious you don't give a shit. It's a decent guide. It tells you to go for Titanic Hydra first, which is an interesting take on a Shen build. Here we go. This little cross-section thing is us moving towards the AO. If we do have anybody that gives a shit about League, and that is probably it seems that like everyone in the world plays League, but also everyone in the world doesn't and hates it. What do people think of the new runes? I'm sorry, I'm getting increasingly more like dead as the stream goes on. What do people think of the new runes? You should play League on stream. Be one of them booby streamers, mate. I'll get my tits out for money. I don't care. I'll do it. You'll get breast cam. I wear a sports bra and everything. I don't know. I'm getting used to the new runes. I feel like the tanky runes, like for example, I don't know. It's just like all of the. I don't know. I expected. I don't know. I expected more. It feels really restrictive while at the same time not being like restrictive. I want to watch you play League once again. It's been so fucking long. I need to laugh at you dying horribly. I need to take shots every time I die. Jesus, I'll be hammered after one game. I'll be pissed as a fart after I've gone like 0-9 in the laning phase. Womblefinger, thank you very much for the 1 bit there. I spy you, I do. We're getting fairly close to the AO now. Not that we'll be able to hear anything. Put a breast cam. Just put chicken breast on a table and film it. Pissed as a fart. I like the new runes, but like old champions that just needed soft stats. Like, for example, Volibear. I made like a rant on the FK forum about poor old Volibear. Volibear, the way I used to play Volibear was that I took attack speed reds, armor yellows, magic resist blues, the classic, and then 2 movement speed quintessences and another attack speed quintessence. We're closing in on the LZ now, but basically it was so that I could stand there and be tanky but have loads of attack speed so that I could quickly get my chomp off or chain my ultimate lightning very quickly. The way the new tree works, basically the new runes work, basically means I have to choose between either being fast and getting the right keystone for the domination tree, or being tanky and going in the resolve. I can't have the best of both. Anyway, we're now back on site. I'm going to load up comms. I'm going to enjoy some games.
Guys, when we land, I want a 360 perimeter around the landing zone.
What he said.
Copy. Yes.
I said that on short range to my squad.
We can still hear you talk.
Yes, I know, but why did you guys say that with that and blah blah blah?
Why not? No, girls in the community.
Affirmative, copy that.
Nice meme.
No.
Copy that.
Affirmative.
And blah blah blah.
I really don't think the desert DPM is going to do much for us here.
I agree.
Almost like multicam was invented for multiple terrains. It's like it's multiple terrain patterns.
And then there's UCP, which is like whatever.
UCP, where are we going to fight? Ash. Somebody find a location where this is a viable camp.
Yeah, radio silence.
Delta, this is Echo.
I think I saw some.
This is Delta. Yeah, by some of my team are saying that they see one of your people jump out of the chopper.
It's not Charlie. All I hear.
I think I saw a higher camping ground.
Copy that.
Yeah,
Does someone jump out of a fucking helicopter?
Not ours.
Dismount.
It wants Bravo, Bravo's council.
Let's go on the all round. This is Charlie, all par 2. We are out and waiting at the LZ.
Well, Quebec, we're already here.
This is Delta, we have touchdown.
That way, we need to go that way.
Yeah, we need to go slightly north. Do we want to go... Stand by. Do we want to go south? Do you want to go north to the LZ or just move south?
LZ first, I mean.
Hey, firm.
Since we are going... Charlie?
Sids, we need to go to the LZ first. Alright guys, let's start moving north down the road. We've got to get to the LZ, regroup, and then move south again.
Let's go to the
Neil, do you have squad leader training tags?
Yeah.
Consider this my formal evaluation.
Okay.
I need more tags. I'm desperately underfurnished for 2,500 miles in armor.
I'll borrow you one of my 8 tags. I'll borrow you one of my 7.
I have 2. I've got Zeus trainer and armor driver. Yeah, just take a knee and keep your heads on a swivel.
Just come north of LC first. We got a campfire going here.
Oh yeah, that'll do.
Now we're waiting here, just waiting the fucking orders.
Wait, hey. Sci-fi, go with your squad.
Our squad
Our
is
campfire.
literally right here.
Early campfire.
That's the only one.
He's not. Click a tree and leave. Go.
Yeah, as you can see by the sleeping bags, we slept here.
It was a long trek, but we made it just in time.
Oh. There we go. Do you know what the best part is? I've currently got my electric heater running right now, right next to me, so I've got maximum immersion right now.
Do you know what the best part is? This plan
We
is
will
fun.
need the scaffold box. Oh yeah, definitely. But I've got maximum immersion right now.
The objectives we're heading to are tiny. The ones that Echo and Fox
going
to in Zone 3 are
we
huge.
can set up a fob.
Yeah, to be honest, I think
Zeus
yeah.
just told Digby that this plan wasn't going to work and that the bases, some of the bases were larger and such.
I think yeah.
Most of them designed for 1 or 2 squads.
I've actually been to the Rob Strepo base. It's literally fucking like if we all like go prone, we'll be able to reach one wall to the other. It's literally tiny. We're gonna have 3 squads like breach and clear. We're gonna be able to conga line in.
Quebec, I got that idea.
Yeah.
Stay down here.
Fire.
That would be it.
It's gonna be like there's fucking. It's gonna be close. I mean, we're gonna be fucking shoulder to shoulder with the other squads, but what can you do?
I'm saying just stay down here.
Ready, shoulder to shoulder around this nice campfire.
To be honest, I think probably what would have been better is because Rob Strepo and the objective north of it are so small, just deploying 2 squads to do that, and then.
Exactly. 1 to each.
So, what are we waiting for?
We are waiting for Delta Squad to get their remaining stragglers, and then we're going to push back to the south and clear Rob Strepo.
We're all here.
Because that
are you all here? Are you Delta?
Yeah.
You've got all of your guys?
See our squad lead's right there.
Hello, right there.
Hello.
He's the one with the red.
Right, do you want to move out then?
Probably die first.
We can.
Hey, firm, I'm just waiting for confirmation. I think.
Well, I'm moving out with Delta.
We're Charlie,
moving
right?
out with,
This is Charlie Actual to Platoon. Be advised, Charlie and Delta are both at full strength. Foxtrot is unknown. When we have confirmation, we'll move south.
Nice.
Wait, aren't we moving with Alpha Bravo?
So, you know, keep track of Cindy, and if he dies, I want his longer.
Beck, aren't we moving with Alpha and Bravo, not Delta?
Whatever.
Yes, you guys are
as 2IC.
Yeah, we're moving with Alpha Bravo. Are we moving with Alpha Bravo? We're moving with Alpha Bravo.
Well, you filled your eco. Sorry. No thank you.
Yeah, it's alright. I didn't need it anyway. No, nobody takes squad leads. I can stay regulars plus. It's fine.
This is Delta to Platoon.
Can stop it.
Who's clicking?
Honor. Stop it.
Hey, you can't click louder than me.
What is actually making the clicking upstairs?
Pressing
This
control
is
out.
Delta to Platoon.
Oh, he's got the weapon attachment Duhas.
You only have one of them, that's the thing.
Yeah, but it's one of those ones.
It's not.
Copy that.
They-
Do you know if
this is
Delta
the-
is
this
free to
is
go
the
to
one that
the
only
next
has
objective or the
Yeah, but
objective?
the motto is for IR and Fisher and flashlight.
High vis. Oh, fuck.
Right, you guys
Do you
sit
know
tight.
if
I'm going to go
Delta
see if I
is
can
free to go
find
to the
Alpha
objective?
Bravo.
I think I can do it even without one attack. Okay. Yeah, I can.
Again, to the guys on stream, I'd like to really apologise that the state of the bit rape is the word we're calling it, bit rape. For some reason, Arma just does not like bit rape, so it is going to be a little bit blurry in places. Apologies.
Yeah, I can hear it really weird.
Somebody just pissed off.
Look, Charlie.
I think that lightning was a hint to spread out.
Why do we have Alpha and Charlie boys running in our lanes?
Juice just went full fucking, well, Juice.
Because we're all landed at LZ first.
Yeah, we're all here. I can't find Alpha Bravo. Can you find
Do
them?
you have any idea what the fuck's going on?
I have a vague idea of what's going on. I've got.
Beck, you here?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Mic was muted.
No worries.
Yeah. As far as I understand it, I've got whatever it is, Delta. I've got Delta down to the north there, just behind the rock where the campfire is.
they're all crowded up together. Like idiots.
I can't find Alpha Bravo. I don't know whether they're coming in on the second hall or whatever.
And Alpha just went that way.
Did they move out already?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because Delta's
Yeah.
just asked what they're doing.
Delta pushed over here. They left.
Yeah, Delta went on the mission.
No clue, Muggsy. I just saw him push out of here.
Right, I think, well, we might as well mobilise, I guess. There's no long-range communication.
We're waiting for Foxtrot because Foxtrot have to get to their Overwatch as Delta and Echo are moving round on Puerto Cuervo.
This is Charlie Actual to Alpha or Bravo Actual. What is your current location? We're currently holding at the LZ.
We are going to the midpoint AB, Alpha out. Bravo IC, I'm being flown in now. My 2IC is on the ground at this point waiting for us.
Charlie Actual is moving south towards midpoint ABC. Over now.
Alpha, copy, see you there.
Alright, guys, if you want to start moving south, apparently Alpha's already started backpacking out of here. Bravo is currently getting brought in on a helicopter. We're going down to the south. There's a meet point marked in green. We're going to meet up with them there, and then we're going to rally up and move forward for the tiny Strepo compound. So.
Can we just stay down here?
I mean, it would be nicer, but no. It's been like an hour in the making, so fuck it, we're doing it.
It's an hour in the making. There's one dude who's gonna get shot by like.
Neil's just saying if you don't remove Digby's platoon tags from this, I will resign my own, just as a matter of course. Well, fuck.
How many times has Digby been threatened with removal of tags? Platoon leader here on
To his face. To his face, not enough.
Right.
What the fuck am I listening to?
Sorry, long range comms. Keep it quiet. Keep it local for now.
Okay, yeah, platoon leader here. Apparently there's no cop like horse cops, according to the music in my chopper. All units can begin moving on their objectives. Out.
Charlie Actual copies. Moving out.
Delta copies. Let's Boys, go.
Clear the road, helicopters coming in. Charlie will make you some room. Free to land.
Right.
It's a fair point. Let's keep left and right of the road rather than staying on it. A little bit of foliage cover if someone decides to start shooting at us.
Yo, do you have slugs and buckshot loaded right now? What? Slugs and buckshot loaded.
Have you both got shotguns? Fuck me.
Yeah.
Keeping it fresh, all that PvE, mate. This is why you need TVT in your life, Neil. I'm making the hard sell.
Can I take a shotgun? I said yes, and then you ran on. You got slug rounds. Great. Wonder. Oh, to Christ. What do you
In TVT, shotgun is not used for it all, unless it's QBC.
Well, I'm having shotguns in the next one.
Oh boy.
Well, basically, it's between the Takistan Armed Forces and the Americans. The Takistan Armed Forces are going to be holding civilians in their buildings, which means the American ROE means they can't engage them with heavy weapons, so they've got to use breaching teams. Breachers have access to the shotgun with buckshot only and can take 4 flashbangs.
Close range guns. But we filled with tiny holes.
Say again. Speak! That's a TVT mission. It's happening Saturday at 7 o'clock.
I'll try CC's that.
I just, there's no like slot calling or anything like that, so just turn up when you can, or if you can.
I'm calling the slot right now.
Yeah, that's it. Well, fucking, here we go. Fucking it triggered. I put the request in like 3-4 days prior to it being approved on the Friday. And Sarissa didn't get back to me, and then he just fucking... Basically what he did was... he didn't get back to me for like 3 or 4 days, and then when I looked, he declined my mission and then put his own up on the Friday. I was like, you...
Platoon, be advised,
Yeah.
Alpha is at the meet point, and we will go on and complete our task, if that's okay.
Alpha Bravo Charlie, feel free to move on to the first objective. Charlie Delta, disregard this Delta Echo Foxtrot, you're clear to move on to yours. Let me know if you get any contact and if you require a little bit of a hot drop. Over.
Fox copies, we're on the move. Echo copies, we're already on the move.
Left.
Right, let's cut off road here a little bit. Let's start heading southwest.
Platoon, be advised, Alpha is alone. We don't have support from
The
Charlie
heart-sinking
or,
order that Alpha's just
Bravo.
been given go by platoon to clear the compound,
What
so
is
we
your
might get
current
there and it's
position,
already
Alpha?
done.
We are at meet point ABC at the moment, alone.
Roger. Bravo Charlie, I presume you're pushed up ahead trying to get into position on Rob's
Negative, we're slightly far behind Alpha. They moved out ahead of us. We were moving towards the meet-up point, but we're going cross-country to make up some time.
Also Quebec, handy hint, if you press and hold left alt and then left,
Charlie,
it'll make your long range only be in your left ear, make things easy to concentrate on.
Roger Alpha Charlie, move as quickly.
That does not help. That does not
Bravo
unfuck
Charlie,
my
move
ears
as quickly
like
as you
that.
can
That
to
makes
meet
it
up with
worse.
Alpha, then proceed onto Rob's
It's how it was to
if you're certain that objective is clear, I'll get a helicopter in and we'll drop sequentially on the next objective. We'll operate as 2 separate platoons on the same net from this point forwards, over.
Alpha here, we will wait then for Bravo and Charlie, if that's okay, Platoon.
Yeah, feel free to hold.
This is Charlie Actual to Alpha Actual. Be advised, we are just on the black route marker at the point where it makes a turn to the west. We're moving up towards you now.
Alpha copies. See you in a second. See you in a moment, guys.
Fox Delta.
Alright, Alpha's holding up ahead for us. They're not going to push in.
This is Delta, send your message.
Can you have your 2IC set an additional for 6-5? We're talking to Echo on that one. It's gonna be my personal aim to be in that compound first.
Go on a 6-5.
We're using our 2ICs to talk to each other so we don't clog up 6-9.
Oh god, that sounds awful. Fucking...
Copy that.
Jesus.
Change of net authorised. If you're going to do tactical comms on it, gentlemen, just make sure you're monitoring
Sorry,
the
yeah,
sign as
fucking.
well. Out.
I think Echo and Foxtrot are using their 2 ICs for inter-squad communication rather than using 6-9 so they don't clog it up. So fucking, if you've ever played any of like the IFA 3 stuff where we have like a radio man and it's just like, oh god.
Delta copies.
This is Charlie Actual to Alpha Actual. Be advised we're 2-3 minutes out. Stand by.
Alpha.
Yeah, I think I've found the meet point. It's just up here. Charlie Actual to Alpha Actual. Are you actually on the meet point at the moment?
Yes, Alpha's on the meet point ABC at the moment, directly at it.
Copy that. We'll just be coming into view to your west now.
Alpha copies.
This is Bravo to Alpha. We're approximately 200 meters due northeast.
Found him.
Alpha copies. Bravo and Alpha will wait for Charlie then.
Hey, Quebec.
Alright, mate.
By the way, if I do something wrong, I never played 2IC or Squad League, just I guess once or so.
Yeah, that's fine. We've got better radio discipline than the entire fucking platoon at the moment, so that's where it counts for something.
Okay, that sounds good.
Alright guys, take a knee. We gotta wait for Bravo.
Well, Quebec, that place sounds sexy.
It's because of Mill.
What took you guys so long?
We didn't know you'd moved out. Oh, sorry.
What's that movie called again?
Yeah, we didn't know you'd moved out.
Movie.
My fault, not yours.
Alright.
Wait, Quebec, you from ZF, right?
No, never heard of him.
No? Wait,
No.
I thought you were.
Take your
I'm not on 69 anymore. I can't stand take these stories.
Not corner.
Neither am I, apparently. I've accidentally changed. There we go.
Because machine gun doesn't have a safety
Come on, get over
I can't stand these stories. Just way too much shadow.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, that's weird. Charlie?
Can
Is this Bravo, is it?
Platoon, be advised, Alpha, Bravo and Charlie are at the meet point at the moment.
Is Bravo complete?
Roger, proceed on to Rob Strepo as quickly as you can. We are reasonably pressed for time, and this AO is fucking massive. Over.
Charlie, copy.
Copy.
Moving.
Quebec.
Alright guys, let's rock and roll. Start heading along the phase line towards the west.
All sections are cleared onto their objectives. You do not need my permission to move section by section. Let's just get it done and get you secured. Delta Echo Foxtrot, be advised, on the map has been marked potential hostiles at your objective. The Wildcats called it in. Just be cautious on your approach, Emma.
This is Charlie Actual to Alpha, Bravo and Platoon Actuals. Be advised we are swinging slightly north off the black phase line to prepare for our attack from the north.
Roger out.
Nice, we got that out of right for the mill.
Milky base will at least be a shit show rather than just 3 enemies.
Alright Charlie, we're swinging slightly north off the phase lines, just follow the actual marker. Get set for contact just outside the compound as well. It's likely too small to have the entire Taliban presence inside, so take it as a weapons up approach when I give the signal. Or when we take fire, both are reasonable.
But there is no actual marker?
Yeah,
this is
use the
Delta to
fighting
Echo
HUD.
Foxtrot. Stand for Echo. We are at the midpoint.
Beauty of the shack.
We've moved on, as we were told to just
Tomo,
move on.
that's south, northwest. I'm zigzagging.
Fox has eyes on enemy base.
Serpentine, serpentine. At least you've got things fast.
Uncaged Gaming. I am honoured to be on that prestigious followers list. Thanks very much, mate.
Yeah, it's also we're also 78 minutes in.
Don't worry about it.
It's not like I've got work tomorrow or anything like that.
Yeah, me neither. But I work in a shop, so it's nice to be sort of in like a sleep-induced coma
Delta
for the
Echo,
first
ready
like
to
4
open up
hours.
when you go.
So I'm a software engineer, so I can spend 12 hours a day staring at a computer, but the upshot is I get paid for 8 of them.
I'm a student, so I don't have to do anything anyway.
Can you eat at your desk?
Yes.
Godsend. Sign me up.
Well, I work for Amazon, so I'm just suicidal.
This is going to sound slightly counterintuitive, or it's going to feel slightly wrong, but follow the phase line. We're going to be going north, somewhat down the hill, but sort of stick to the phase line.
Well, Alpha will be waiting for us before moving in.
Say again?
Will Alpha be waiting for us before moving in, seeing as they're the closest?
I assume so. Stand by. I'll check.
Oh, Bravo, sorry.
This is Charlie Actual to Alpha and Bravo. Are you going to be waiting just outside the compound before you push in, or are you just going to engage when you get there?
This is Bravo. We're going to hold short, wait for you guys to get in position.
Copy that.
Roger that.
This is Alpha. We are going to follow the blue line and hold there at the Alpha point.
They're waiting for us.
Platoon, this is Echo. One of my men has perfect shot on 4 times enemy infantry. Are we clear to engage?
All units, weapons green.
Imagine if they had patrols on the mountains. Then we would be so fucked.
But they don't.
Yeah, incompetence.
It's fine, we're just as incompetent as them in that case.
Hey, Charlie, best squad? Just saying.
No, that's always Bravo when I'm leading. There's no such thing as a good squad in this Delta right now.
Look, Charlie's best squad.
As member of Charlie, I agree.
Nobody suspects. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm just pushing. Nobody suspects the British in position, usually because it's 2 hours late, so everyone's gone by the time it arrives. Exactly.
Alpha Charlie, we're marking EI that we can see on the map.
Hey, firm, stand by.
Don't say that, we're men of Welshman.
Delta Echo, we're
I was
going to
say
go on
the Taliban the best mountain goats because they mount them goats.
Guys, Alpha and Bravo are marking infantry contacts that they can see on the map with black dots, very helpfully. So far we've had the resounding total of 1.
Explosives until you guarantee that
Do we know what kind of infantry?
Stand by, I'll get ready for confirmation. This is Charlie Actual to... Oh, stand by.
Inside compound, yes. I'm not inside, I'm not inside.
Bravo,
I'm actually currently sliding down the hill.
Roger, Charlie, contact. I'm waiting out the sit rep.
Bravo and Charlie, be advised, Alpha is getting
There's no
shot at.
entrance here.
We'll have to just work around the problem.
Can we throw grenades in?
Negative.
I'm just going to put the suggestion out there, there's not an entrance to this side, one of the LATs could possibly make one. News there, KIA.
News gone.
Alpha Charlie, be advised, Bravo's pushing up to the eastern wall.
Eagle failure.
Dude, right up ahead on top of the ESCO barriers.
Charlie Actual advises Alpha Bravo, we are currently holding at the northernmost HESCO wall and the outside terrain is not good here.
Charlie and Bravo, you are like good to go. We are coming as well now.
This is Delta to Echo and Foxtrot.
A little bit of lag there.
We are approaching from the west to the compound.
Right, there's two guys up on the roof there.
Right, I'm going to throw a short range grenade. Stand by.
Sorry, repeat last chatter.
I also have 4 flashbangs.
We are approaching from to the compound.
He's dead.
Oh. This has been a resounding success. What was that aim? Pretty bad aim. I'm going to claim the fact that I was ill.
This is Echo Foxtrot and
guys,
Delta.
we need help at,
We're approaching the compound from the southeast.
Gonna get over here, everyone is...
Here's Alpha to Bravo and Charlie. Be advised, we are on southwest at the rocks at the compound. We are getting shot.
Alpha, can they do his leg?
Oh, I've got some medics on me at least.
Ow! Someone give me sector security while I heal Quebec. Someone else get on me. I need somebody to put in sector security.
Junior, there's a reason I don't play multiplayer games normally on stream. Because I'm terrible. Why make you guys clear such an area? It's far too small. It's one of those ones. It's actually very difficult to attack from this side. It's difficult to make out the contours. Well, you can see the contour lines, but it's always difficult to get a sense of the terrain. That was like really quite steep from our side. Why is the L85 so big on my screen? I guess it's something to do with the field of view. Perhaps. Other than that, it's probably just, you know, right up my nose as it is. Yeah, Charlie got absolutely minced there. Basically because who would have thought that? Well, I think those are actually the ISIS units. Who would have thought that you know, insurgents or militants or even or anything? Who would have thought that anybody would create a forward operating base and or outpost on a position of advantage? It's almost like it was made to be difficult to attack from this side. Just call it a hunch. I'm still not up yet. Being KO'd. Hopefully the medic didn't die, otherwise I'm in a perma knockout. Oh no, there's somebody there. Connor's still about. Hopefully he can get me up. Did you not look at the contours of the nap when you were planning? We did, Sam Crazy, but much to be desired. They didn't really tell us much. Well, they told us that it was very steep, but you can fight on steep terrain. What really fucked us here was that the enemy had the bunkers and everything to shoot out of. I would definitely say that the enemy held the advantageous position in this assault. It's almost like they made it difficult to attack from this side, as I say. So, the Dragon MC 1215. Please, hello. Okay. Why didn't I just call in a JDAM strike? For the same reason that I didn't fucking... Oh, well, actually, it's a fair point. Because we're trying to find a HVI. Or a VIP. Very inconspicuous person. So, yeah. It looks like we've got 3 people up. So, well, we've got 5 at the bottom. 6 including myself, but only 3 people on the fire team HUD. Oh, I'm bleeding again. He ripped the bandage off with some vigour. I love it. This has been like 70 minutes in the making. First contact, annihilated, a half squad wipe. Yeah, it's in a position like an old castle with being cleared, steep slope, and as an effective kill zone. I went to Warwick Cast. Sorry, random thing. How did you figure out the Twitch streaming Quebec? How did I figure out the Twitch streaming? How did I figure out? Hang on, I need the. How did I figure out the Twitch streaming? Now let's try and dissect that question there. How did I figure out the Twitch streaming? I think. Oh God, how did I figure it out? Well, I didn't. I think I'm not sure. How did we figure it out? How did you get Twitch streaming to work? I pressed the button. I think OBS. I think OBS for that one. I didn't get it to work. I think we are still dropping frames slightly, but I'm not sure. So yeah. There we go. The long silence. Oh, hello, we've got helicopters. Am I getting Kazivaked? That'd be nice. What is Twitch streaming? At a fundamental level, I'm afraid I just don't know. Well, I'm stable, but I'm unconscious. I want to stream, but have no idea how to start. Is this quick maths? Yes. Script. Yeah, I'll never do that again. Apologies. Pretty sure all you need for this program and a game, but the game is optional. Yes, some people. Yeah, basically. But being unconscious gives us time to talk to the audience. Oh my God, it's our Russian liaison, Dmitry 184. There are 183 Dmitris before him, but 184 he's our Russian liaison to the British embassy here in the Midlands. Oh yes, I know. Oh, hang on.
Come back.
I'm back. Thank you.
Was it your own grenade?
It was not my own grenade.
Take it back.
Stand by. This is Charlie Actual to Platoon. We are currently taking a sit rep at the moment of casualties and the like. I'll get in touch with you shortly. Out. Right. How many numbers we got? Who's up and about? I wouldn't bother with. I think he's dead, mate.
Yeah, he ragdolled.
He's alive.
Oh, safe, right. Connor. Sorry, I was looking at Neil's corpse. Yeah, Connor's still alive.
Oh, I see, Connor. Sorry, I thought you were medicating.
And one unconscious.
Full kicking, one unconscious. Okay. Okay, this is Charlie Actual to Platoon sit rep. We have 4 combat ready soldiers, 1 unconscious. We have currently met up with an element of Bravo who's providing first aid to the 1 man that is non-combat effective. We are holding on the northern side of the compound, which has been marked clear.
Roger, thank you, Charlie. When you get an opportunity to move to Elsie Mill, mount yourself in the helicopters. Your non-ambulatory casualty, is he going to be up by the time the choppers reach, over?
Stand by. Tenin, how long do you need to get this guy up on his feet?
I don't know, man. I'm packing him now.
You're packing him now. How long do you need to pack? Like rough estimate, 30 seconds, 40? Oh, he's up. He's up.
Hey, wait, don't give me about a minute.
Yeah. This is Charlie to Platoon. Bravo medic needs about a minute to get him combat effective, and then we'll move to the landing site.
I may need carried.
Do you need to be carried?
Roger, Charlie, stand by. Yeah.
Well, then get me back to the landing so you can treat me in the bird.
I can't carry you, I can only drag you. Can you try carrying him, Gravy? Gravy? Gravity?
Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, your orders remain the same. You will be heading up to admin box 4 to LZ4 to seize. The choppers are on station to pick you up from Rob's Drepo shortly. Echo and Foxtrot, you will be moving to admin box 3 and rapidly, and I mean fucking rapidly, clear clearing those two objectives.
Nice,
We're
let's
going
go.
to scrub admin box 2 entirely.
Connor,
Delta
carry me.
lifting up north to assist Alpha Bravo Charlie. Once I have a helicopter for you.
Take us to LZ MILF on the south west side, please.
Bye bye. Back and forth with you guys while I.
Foxtrot.
Send your message, Foxtrot.
Having some trouble finding admin box 3. Can you point it out, please?
Southeast. Mike 2 and Camp Kiddo. Over.
Roger that, I advise.
This is Charlie Actual to Platoon. Be advised, we have 2 times combatants that are currently, well, they can't walk. I'm one of them, I'm being carried. We're going to need some first aid when we get here. We're going to try and sort that out before you land.
Being carried.
Roger. My platoon medic is dead. He met an unfortunate accident involving a fire. So I'm unable to send him up to you.
Involving a fire. Okay.
Charlie, you can treat them.
Roger. Charlie, you have a medic with you. Get yourself back on your feet. Out.
Correct, just stay still.
Copy that.
This is
try and pack me.
We are launching green smoke to
Oh,
let you know where we are sat and that the area is clear of all the vehicles and shit.
Oh shit, no respawns.
Alright, coming off.
Wait, no, these
Echo, platoon leader here. The choppers are not coming for you yet. They're picking up Alpha Bravo and Charlie first.
Quick loading it then.
I can see a mass disconnected any second now.
I have to go soon, I'm afraid, so.
people getting fucked after walking for an hour and then no response.
Mate, fucking, it's like getting fucked in the ass by a cactus. This mission, it's serious.
Love me a bit of cactus.
I feel like it's even the Zeus's fault.
Yeah. Bravo. How many people you got left in Bravo, Tenin?
Full squad.
You've got a full squad still.
We got fucked by like 3 guys in a bunker.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
I was packing them. Packing Thailand now. Good.
Send your message, Alpha.
We are arrived at LC40. Do we have to wait for Bravo Charlie, or can we already go on the rooftop?
Alpha, begin proceeding up the hill. Do not attack Baker Outpost without Bravo and Charlie. Your ROE is now changed. Fire only fire pod. Out.
In the compound.
Nah, we gotta go by helicopter. We gotta go by helicopter.
I don't think we can get it out. It's really.
You're seeing some blood now.
This is Charlie Actual to Alpha Actual. What is your current strength? How many people you got?
We have still all armed. We only lost 1 person.
Hey firm, Charlie got hit pretty hard. We're down to 5 men currently. Unsure how this will affect tasking. Right, this is Charlie Actual to Platoon. Be advised, we are green light, currently holding at LZ MILF.
Roger, Charlie. Chopper incoming for you shortly.
Alright, chopper coming in shortly, lads. Take a knee, have a rest, have a smoke, read a book, all the rest of it. It looks like the other squads didn't get beat up nearly as badly as we did, because we're not nearly as good as they are.
What's happened to Charlie number 1?
Fucking, yeah, we're shit apparently. It's just a slogan. So yeah, fucking, the other guy, Alpha only lost 1 guy, Bravo's still at full strength. We probably won't get dissolved into other squads, but we're going to be given minority tasking as a result.
I don't know how, I don't know why, but somehow this is Moxie's fault.
Bravo that I'm with you guys and I'll lead them to.
What, are you absorbing into us?
No, I'm pretty much stuck here until the chopper gets here.
Oh right, I see.
But you got medics, fine.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Cheers.
Good?
Yeah.
Platoon, this is Crossroads, over.
Send your message, Crossroads.
Be advised, ISS has just released a video saying that they will execute your VIP in 20 minutes. 20 minutes, how copy? Over.
Yeah, understood. managed to triangulate the people that was being sent, or are you still working with ABC?
ISIS is just apparently we've just had word from command Crossroads that ISIS has released a video online saying that they're going to execute the HVI in 20 minutes.
How ineffective SIS have been this mission, over.
Basically.
There is a vehicle in the compound.
We won't get there in time. The roads are just not designed for fast travel.
That's fair. Just thought I'd point it out.
An ATV is not literally ATV.
No, it's not. It's not an ATV. It's like a little Jeep thing.
Jeeps, ATVs. Oh wait, that's off-road. Never mind.
What happened to you guys again? I was.
Well, basically, I'll take full responsibility for Neil's ass terrible decision. No, no, it was basically we come in from the north, but the north was an absolutely appalling angle to attack from. It was really steep, like the kind of Arma steep that where you slide off it if you sit still. And there was a single soldier that just fucking was sitting in a bunker behind a sandbag, and he just had the height advantage, the armor advantage. It was just his assault rifle and his head poking over, and he got the whole. He bent the whole squad over a barrel and gave us a right good scene too. So.
Update, clarification on orders.
All I knew was
Foxtrot is to hold position till I get the helicopter. You and Echo are clear.
No, there was no way into the compound either.
Foxtrot.
Be advised, all sections.
Oh yeah, okay, just to our right, but not from our approach.
But I am dealing with the fact I only have transportation for 1/3 of my section. If you're waiting for a helicopter for a while, it is beyond my control. My fact is working the best he can.
Sorry, you guys are alive.
Charlie copies, over and out.
I'm going to give you a bet.
So I've just been told, despite the intelligence, that the ISIS guys are going to execute the guy in the next 20 minutes, that there is currently a queue for getting an airlift. So we're going to be sitting on top of this rock for a little while, apparently.
You just say over and out.
I did?
You did say over and out.
I said over and out.
Re?
Mate, I've got 5 grenades. Don't make me pull the pin on all of them.
Damn the Zeus, you can't.
Well, why are you pointing at me?
I don't know. Did you not call me out on set? Sorry, somebody.
No, it's Silver. He's floating over our heads right now.
Oh, really?
Hi, Silver.
This is Bravo, Center.
Sorry, I'll shoot you anyway. He's not one of us. Do you know what I mean?
On the left. We are waiting there until we go in with you and Charlie. Fox Echo.
Oh, hello. Here's a bird.
Bravo, copy.
Alright, guys, clear the LZ.
This is Echo to Foxtrot. Echo is all mounted up in the chopper. You may join in on the chopper.
Wait, where you see?
This is Charlie to one of the birds, whichever one's coming into the Alpha mark. And we've marked our position with blue smoke. LZ's pretty good and flat here.
Maybe you just call it back. What do you mean? You can't call it back.
Oh, we definitely don't have enough to get in that thing.
Bravo to Alpha, you in contact? Yeah, Alpha's in contact.
We get to ride in the gunship.
We're never going to get in that.
Bravo to advise, all 5 in contact with the enemy. Bravo, copy.
I'd move out of the way.
Yeah, about to say, stay in front of the advice. Don't get hit by the helicopter.
Of course, we have to get in the one fucking...
Yeah, there's room in here. All aboard.
Okay. Are you guys loaded up?
Stand by, one more. Charlie, all in.
Okay, off you go, Des. We're good. Lift off.
No, maybe it's a
We're
good
okay.
thing we got master guards, because otherwise we wouldn't fit inside.
RTO, this
No,
is
look at the bright side.
1-1. We have rotated out of LZ Mills. We are on route now to complete strike. Alright, you're gonna break east here, Des. We're gonna go for that strike, and then we're taking them over to LZ Mills.
Where is this?
It's about the July.
I don't have any control over the rockets. All I have is the
I don't have any control over the rockets.
Follow the purple line over.
We should just have landed
Alright,
there first.
if you don't have control over the rockets, then handle
Who's the controls? You got the aircraft.
I have the aircraft.
Yo, Flyboys, where are you dropping us?
We've been instructed to do a strike before we drop you off.
Hey, fam.
Oh, we got the best seats.
I hope you're strapped in back there.
Hey, we're behind the guns, we're safe. Jesus, that's loud.
We got shot down by AA.
This is Charlie Actual to Platoon. Be advised, we are now loaded into UPS strike aircraft. We are currently sitting tight, waiting to complete a strike before they drop us off.
Roger. Bravo, can you rock your actual station?
God, that's so loud. I'm really sorry. That's so fucking loud.
Compound's done. Well, my god, I don't need to stand by when I light it up.
Oh, your defense is something.
Lining up with target.
Alpha, guard, secure the station.
Good night. Statics and movements.
How armor is this?
Alpha,
Not very
Charlie,
well.
secure the station.
You see the fabric your seat's made from? Double it.
Confirm the cook-off's the BPM, I guess.
Confirm cook-off on 1 unsure.
Got it. Just taking cover in the defilade here.
Wookie, I'm doing pretty good. I've got a little bit of a sore throat. My life is in Sai's hands. It's not. It's in the hand of the pilot with the pink helmet just behind on the left there.
Charlie, if Bravo Alpha left to go in without Charlie. Bravo Alpha commence your assault. Charlie, would you show me provide backup? Gary, repeat the message was unclear. Alpha and Bravo are to commence their assault. Charlie will join you shortly. Over.
Switching over to the gauge further to the left of that one. We got a call from FAC.
Be advised we are out of range. We will not.
Everyone's sitting at the back. Meat shield.
Your plane carrier survivability chances by at least 200.
Not that I don't have faith, but I think we should practice our crash procedure. I just have the inventory open, ready to grab a parachute.
Problem is, I don't think it's high enough to load the parachute.
I can fucking try.
Rather than just waiting to eat shit.
Tell him we're already inbound on that strike, never mind.
Eat dirt.
Already inbound on this strike.
I'm just gonna pepper it. It's 2 of them.
Because fuck you and everything around you, Jesus.
Best dubstep I've ever
They're bugging out. One static's good enough.
I think that was a pod-mounted 20mm machine gun. That was like a 20mm
Alright, Charlie,
cannon.
we're inbound to your LZ now. Sorry about that.
Excellent news, no worries.
No, we enjoyed it.
Get your medic
far up north. We have to jink past the town shelter. Thank you very much. Copy, adjusting.
Are you dumping us at marker 4?
A firm LZ 4th Z's for you.
A firm, thank you.
Des, you want to grab it for the LZ?
Sure.
Alright, you can take control.
I have control.
You have the aircraft.
Everyone's fine, yeah, in the aircraft, right? Green?
Yeah, we're all good, I think.
Yeah, I think we're all alive.
Alright.
Well, some of us may or may not be dead inside.
Oh my god,
this is Crossroads. Apparently my mouse moved up when I was alt tabbed, so like I was just looking at the ceiling. I was like, oh fuck, if we've crashed and I'm
Platoon
dead.
midwest, you have about 10 minutes remaining, over.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay, keep it. Once we land, what are we going to do?
A massive fucking with the
Delta
Is that an answer? Will that work? I hope you don't need any more than that.
At least we don't.
Yeah, I'll figure out when we're out of the helicopter.
ETA is 3 mics.
I need to find my squad, that's why I need to do.
This is Delta 2.
Hang with us until we get there.
Send your fucking message.
If you just improvise as we go, the enemy gets
We
still
have
up.
touched down and we are moving to the LZ 1 second.
Oh, sorry. Let me just. There we go. The reason the radio quality is so poor is because we're talking at very long. We're at quite long range.
Tell me what the hell you said again. I did not understand you. You said you touched down and are moving to the LZ. Not sure I understand what your meaning is, though.
Copy.
It's quite a steep slope on the
We
whole,
are
isn't it?
moving on foot to the LZ second.
You know, maybe if we go really high, we can just paradrop in.
Try and find a...
Platoon, this is Delta 2, I see you're broken but readable.
Roger, Delta 2, I see. I did not understand your IC's message. Could you clarify with him what the fuck he means and call me back, over?
We are currently north of LZ 1 second, going to move to there and then move to the compound.
Roger, that was much clearer and I understand your message now. Feel free to move to the compound, over.
Probably not going to need one, actually.
Platoon, this is Bravo. Baker Outpost is clear, no HVT.
Baker clear, no HVT. Roger. Alpha Bravo Charlie, stand by for another fucking lift. I'm doing my best with the assets I have available to me, gentlemen.
Do you guys want to hold off on dropping us? Do you guys? They've just cleared Baker Outpost where you're dropping us. The HVT isn't here. Keep us up in the air for the minute.
Let's take us over to...
Last contact, you are broken and unreadable.
Fact, this is 1-1 interrogative. Charlie's asking not to be dropped off here at LZ 4th Seas. It's already been cleared. What would you like us to do?
Hello, Bravo. This is Bravo Medic.
Copy
I'm
that.
in the air with Charlie right now.
Admin box 2. Let's go over to LZ admin box 2. Des, so just take it kind of southwest for the moment.
This is Charlie Actual to Platoon. Are you aware of our retasking?
Purple. I've just taken us.
Hello, Charlie. Resend your message, please, over.
Charlie Actual to Platoon. Are you aware of our retasking? We are being retasked from LZ 4th Seas to Admin Box 2 LZ SecSec. How copy?
Yeah, Roger. Relates the fact to let you know that I was going to pass it on, but I got.
Admin box 2. What would you like us doing with Charlie, please? Understood from 1-1. Out. Alright, you guys drew the short end of the stick. Should have probably gotten out of the helicopter. Your instructions are to basically sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
We staying up in the air?
Oh, can I go?
Hi, what's our height saying we all grab parachutes and come around with the ship?
Yeah. See you, mate.
See you.
Take control. aircraft.
Oh god, he fucking did it, the animal.
Retasking for you, Charlie.
That's perfect. One of our guys just disconnected. Right, okay. Where are we going?
What a fucking lemon. Say again for 1-1, please. We're being engaged at the moment.
It wasn't
one of us, it was
Bravo's.
Bravo's medic.
This is Crossroads ended.
I took a parachute just in case.
Understood. En route, LZ second now. Alright, let's move us south,
Well,
please.
if you can't find the dude within the next 5 minutes, it's gonna be a mission failed.
So what's our retasking?
You're moving to LZ second. What you do on the ground there is none of my business. I've just been tasked to drop you off to LZ second.
Hey, firm.
New purple does. LZ's pretty tight. Yeah, LZ's tight and on a slope.
This is Charlie Actual 2x2. Bad link. What is our AO? What is our mission as we land at LZ second? How copy?
I read you, Charlie. Broncos head up the hill.
We're going to die.
That's not what I
This is
sound
one
I
said.
want.
Fucking trees.
3x3 platoon. Are there any other squads on station?
From LZ first afterwards.
Delta is currently attacking Mike 1 with you. Be aware, Delta in your AO.
A firm, over and out. Okay, sit rep. Delta's already on station. We're going to be landing and assisting their attack, so we're going to push through on the yellow phase line. Can I give a warning before I open the map? No.
Let's do it.
Still in favor of just para-dropping in.
No, it's not working.
If you take it into the valley here and you follow the road right below us right now, on our right, that should take you straight to the LZ.
Okay.
I'll explain how the radios work in the chat at the moment. It's taking into consideration the coefficient of the mountains, so the radio signals are being reflected off the hills and things like that, reducing the quality of the transmission. Also range.
Switch over to the right road.
Platoon, I believe, is actually somewhere like down here at the moment. He's
oh no, sorry. My bad. You follow the right road. My bad, dude.
He's too far away, basically.
Thanks, Si.
No problems, always here to help. What kind of bumblefuck LZ is this?
So
this is the LZ over to our left.
We've got like 5 minutes left until he's executed. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
You got a space over to 1-8. That's it. Take it forward and then put it down there.
Digby's a cock goblin.
Yeah, so use the tree on the front as a marker. Keep the nose off center left.
Good news. We got 5 minutes.
Don't drop it low.
The bad news.
Slide it forward. And watch up there.
I think I'm going to take the SUSAT sights off and just go iron sights.
Yeah, me too. We're gonna fucking Arma on this shit.
Keep it going forward.
Iron sights, you say?
Touchdown now.
Oh, butter the bread.
Nice fucking plan, guys.
Okay,
dismount.
Alright guys, reorient yourselves east. We've got a ways to go and not much time to do it. Make sure you've got a fresh mag in. Start pushing towards the compound. In fact, correction, let's start moving southeast. This is Charlie Actual to Delta Actual. Are you receiving me? This is Charlie Actual to Delta Actual. Are you receiving me over?
This is Delta, I receive you.
Be advised, we have just been dropped off by UPS at LZ seconds to the northwest of the objective. We are now pushing in a southeasterly fashion towards the compound.
Copy that. We are approaching from your southwest to the LZ second. We somehow fucked up our position.
That's no problem. Be advised, we are only 5 men strong as of current. We're going to do what we can, but we don't have much punching force here.
Copy that.
Do we still have anyone with a shotgun, or?
I have flashbangs if
Charlie, this is platoon.
This is Charlie. Send your traffic.
What is your situation with regards to clearing that objective?
Be advised, we are 5 men strong. We are approaching the LZ from the south. Where are we? Southeast. The terrain is not good from our position. They're currently on top of a mountain. We're going to have to move around to the east.
Southeast of bunker, can I fire my launcher at it?
Negative. We're not sure how close the Delta guys are for the minute.
Is there any chance that we can somehow communicate with the terrorists and maybe negotiate for the life of the VIP?
That's a negative, seeing as he was just executed.
Copy that.
We just lost our target. He's gone. He's just had the old the chop. Well, shit. Get ready for salt. Brace yourself for salt. Incoming. Prepare Uranus. There's going to be some salty spittoons in chat there. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Why? Holy moly.
Well, that was dumb.
Oh boy.
I enjoyed it. I actually really enjoyed it. The Colombian necktie. I like it. Yeah, that's perfect. Charlie is going to get minced. I don't think we are.
Not about what the fucking Zeus gives you.
Where was the VIP?
Fucking flying that terrain takes a long time.
Yeah. Birds are really slow.
No, important question. Where was the VIP?
Right,
Even with Chinooks, that would have been difficult.
Just say something. The birds, the Black Hawks, it wasn't about the number of them. We had 2. We could have transported 3 squads at a time. It was the terrain. It takes a fucking age to climb those mountains, I kid you
Descending takes even longer.
Neo, you animal. This idea would have been really good if it was on a map that had less terrain. I think the terrain was it slowed down everything by like a magnitude of half.
Also, the rain killed FPS, so that's
I actually enjoyed the mission though. To be fair, I got to blow some shit up.
Really
I got to scratch my nuts. It was good shit. I'm gonna jump out now, guys. Thanks for the games.
Bye, side.
Boy.
See
ya.
Probably.
Where was
to blow
the
things
VIP?
up?
Yeah, the mission itself seemed fine. It was the execution that was ridiculous.
I don't
I
think
just
you
wanna know
needed
where the
3
VIP was.
squads per fucking...
He sent.
I'm gonna just mute the guys there. Thank you for watching. I could do like a post-mission debrief, but there's not much to say. Are there any questions or anything about that, about like Arma or anything like that? I'm happy to answer them before I go. I think somebody was asking about how the radios work. Let me do my best to tell you how they work. There are 2 types of. We use the mod is called Task Force. It seems late. Yes, you are. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there are 2 types of radios that come with the Task Force radio mod. There is shortwave radio and long-range radio. Louis, sorry there. How do you get into something like this? I have Arma 3. You're actually quite lucky, Louis. If you search fuck knows, or one word, Arma 3, we have pretty much an open door policy. For anybody that wants to do this kind of thing. So if you want to play with us, literally just turn up. There's a how to join like drop down box at the top of the website, which gives you a link to the mods. There's a lot to download, but we play every night at 7 o'clock, so by all means jump in. How dead is Arma 3 DayZ? I had to give you an idea of how dead it is. I didn't even know there was DayZ for Arma 3. I had no idea. I didn't know it was a thing. I know there was like Epoch and things like that, which were just a tragic disaster as far as I know. I think some people play them, but I certainly don't. Was the VIP location discovered? No, it wasn't even disclosed in the end. I suspect it was in the compound we were attacking. Noobs are welcome. Did my subscription show up? I think it might have done. If it didn't, then I apologise. Thank you very much for subbing though. Raging Salmon. Simone. Salmon, that will do. How salty did I ever get at Arma? Probably in my DayZ days. I seldom ever, in fact, actually, I don't get salty at the game, I get salty at people. I get salty at people on the game. There have only ever been 2 people that really caught me just right. Do you know, like, when somebody says something, and it's just like, you know, you hear, like, the dial, you know, you hear somebody dial a telephone, it's like, hello, operator. Like, that's literally, I've only ever been, like, caught like that by 2 people. One was from Moogle, a couple of years ago, and the other one was Fox Grimm, who's a lady, a lass that plays on this now, and she just... Like, do you know, like the wet slap? She caught me just right, and I was a gnat's whisker away from just fucking pulling it, because it was an Op4 mission, just pulling my RPG round out, loading an OG7 explosive round, and just firing it into her fucking face. Q Fox, no, I don't ship it. I can't stand her. In the nicest possible way. I don't know why. She just triggers the shit out of me. Cyanide and Gambit? Question mark. Got 4 on my graduation, good man. What was the place noobs need to go for Arma directions? Missed it. It's the Fuck Knows forums. So one word, Fuck Knows. It's like a pink website. You won't miss it, it'll be at the top one. And there's a how to join thing there. We have an open door policy for FNGs, we do have time for you. Everyone gives you grief for being the new guy. But yeah, that's how it works. How you doing, Veric? You're right, you join us just as we sign off. Well, I get shouted up if I mess communications up. Not if you mess them up, only if you mess around on them. That's the only time you'll be shouted at. As long as the communication, in some format, moves across, then you'll be okay. Oh yeah, sorry. What I should have said was yes. You'll be boiled alive in acid if you mess up the communications. That's the one, Veric. Thanks very much. Cheers, mate. Yeah. Yeah, everyone gets shit on. Exactly. So yeah, I think that about covers it for this evening then. Little slice of Arma. Are they still doing Doomsday rounds? They are, but we don't have access to them. There are like loadout limiters. We're not allowed to use those. So how do you use the radio versus direct communications in game? A very good question. Basically, the way the communications work, the mod is it's sort of half and half. It is half a mod for Arma and half a TeamSpeak plugin. And the mod uses TeamSpeak, you know, the communications platform, to provide input for the Task Force Radio mod in the game. So, in terms of local communication, how it works is that I literally speak, and the Task Force Radio mod, or the TeamSpeak plugin, locally mutes everyone in the same room as me. It's called the Task Force Radio room. It's the room that the Task Force Radio plugin is live in. So what it does is it locally mutes everyone. If somebody talks in earshot of me, then they unmute, basically. So everybody being muted is to emulate the fact that the people that are out of range of me as a character I cannot hear. So if nobody's talking, or if nobody is talking within earshot of me in game, everyone's muted, so I can't hear them. If somebody obviously talks, they unmute and I'm able to hear them. It also changes the volume at which they speak based on their distance from me in game. It is that complex. So if somebody's really far away, they're really quiet. Or I mean, you even heard it in the game in the form of mine and Digby's communication towards the end there when we were in the helicopter. It was really static. There was lots of garbling. It was there wasn't, you know, the communication was doable, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't exactly great. That's it. The plugin connects to Arma 3. Yes, if you like. By the way, did you like Divinity Original Sins 2 so far? I do. I really like it. It's great. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The thing that I'm liking about it is, for example, The Elder Scrolls Online. A lot of people have very sort of particular opinions about MMOs and which ones are nice, which ones are great. The only one that I've ever played to any extent wasn't World of Warcraft, it was actually RuneScape. around about the time the Grand Exchange got put in, and I absolutely hated the Grand Exchange. I hated what it did to the game. If anybody knows anything about RuneScape, the Grand Exchange was basically this thing that totally ruined the idea of player traders and player merchants, and just put it all into this uniform system where you could just go to a place an order, and then if somebody else was selling it, then you'd automatically complete the transaction. Rather than knowing somebody to sell something and shift it and things like that, and actually giving the game a player-based economy, you instead got this just Grand Exchange in which you could just go anywhere and buy anything instantly. I hated it. You're salty because it was a good system. No, I hated the Grand Exchange. It was bad. Like, it basically, for example, if I wanted to find something, I would have to travel from town to town, from village to village, looking for somebody that might be selling it in one of the banks. And literally, people selling it were people that would stand in banks, normally in the Varrock West Bank, if you know what that means. And they would literally stand there with like animated text and try and entice people, advertise what they were selling. And occasionally you'd be just questing or something in the world, and or grinding, like mining or something, and you'd stumble into a bank and you'd see a good deal, and you're like, oh crap, I gotta go. And you'd talk to the guy and you'd haggle. None of that with the Grand Exchange. Like, you lost such a... That for me is really when the game died. Like, I would have to travel the world in order to find another player who is procuring an item that I wish to get off him. You know what I mean? Like, that's brilliant. Quebec is most definitely an 18-year-old roadman in real life. A lot of people got ripped off, though. They did. But I think that was really more of an education in, obviously, only trust. You know, I mean, yes, okay, there were ways to abuse it and trick people into doing it, but if you were, I think that's true of in real life, isn't it? Like, I know obviously there are like trading standards and things like that cover it, but I mean, like, if you're a rookie in the trading business, you will occasionally get ripped off with a bad deal. Like, that's how it works. Only people who understood how the trading system understood the economy, the beast that was player trading, and knew how to tame it and use it, really managed to take advantage of it. I should do audiobook readings. Yeah, I probably should. Yeah. You like the economy in Star Wars Legends? I never played... Oh, I don't even know what Star Wars Legends is. That's how narrow my breadth of gaming is. It teaches trust, of course, but keep in mind that scammed kids then scammed reports, and yeah, it's true. Spammed reports, yeah, sorry. Hey man, what's my PC specs? Thinking of getting Arma 3 on the next Steam sale. It's been such a long time since I built this, I can't even remember what it is. It's an Intel i7 processor with 6 cores, clocked at 3.5 GHz. Don't ask me what model, I can't remember. It's a something K. I hope that's all the information you need. And I've got a 980 Ti graphics card. To be honest, it's not... when you get in terms of like age on a computer, when a computer starts getting old, it's not really power and performance that kills it, it's heat. I thankfully have an X61 Kraken dual radiator for the CPU, which absolutely shits heat out. Like, it does such a good job of pulling heat off of the processor that I actually had to turn my radiator off in my bedroom because of how much heat it throws out. Like, it's so... it's warm to the touch at the moment, the radiator at the top, and maybe the CPU shouldn't be running that hot in the first place, but this particular one does with the small amount of overclocking that I've got on it. But that's okay. Like, I'm not really doing any damage to it because of the amount of heat that is being pulled away from the processor. Like, the fact that the radiator's hot means that it's doing its job. And the fact that it's heating the room as well, basically, it is a form of central heating at this point. Means that the heat is being pulled away from the processor and dumped and deposited outside of the case, which is exactly what you want, and isn't something that you can normally get with a standard sort of fan-fed system. So, in essence, I would say probably one of the most important things that you can invest in is cooling, CPU cooling, preferably water. In fact, definitely water. I mean, yes, okay, if you're not planning to overclock your rig or anything like that, then a normal fan-based radio or radiator system or anything like that is a good way to go. But I think in the case if you are going to get a very sort of beefy processor and overclock it at the same time, I definitely recommend going with water cooling. But you knew that anyway, and a good radiator, not just water cooling, but a good radiator for it as well. Yeah, exactly. So what's the next schedule, or is it preparation for the end of the stream? It is unfortunately preparation for the end of the stream. It is 11:15 local time, so I need to go to bed because I got work in the morning and things like that. Aren't Noctua coolers making water cooling defunct? Not to my knowledge, Cheese Cloud. Quality username. Only a GTX 1060 though, yeah. I don't know. To be honest, you can still get like a 970 graphics card and it still works a treat. Still at Specsavers? Yes, I am. Still doing the old the AO optical assistant job. I wouldn't tell people to do water cooling. It can get really messy if you don't know what you're doing. Well, I would hope that if you were going to go for water cooling and you didn't know what you were doing, you would at least get it pre-built. Like from PC Specialist or something like that if you're here in the UK. If you're not, then, well, know how to install water cooling. I don't actually know how to install water cooling and actually gave it to my half-brother's dad, who's very tech-savvy, to actually install all of the components, because I thought, if you're working with a £600 processor and if it runs without a heatsink on it or without the water cooling system working, it can burn itself out in about 2.5 seconds because the amount of heat it generates. You kind of want a professional to be installing it, not just Joe from a shop in the Midlands. So I decided to let him install it. It works a treat. It's been fantastic. It's been working as the workhorse behind the streaming for the last nearly 2 years. Well, it will be over 2 years now, actually. It'll be nearly 2.5 years since we started. And it's been working a dream ever since. I do need to pull it apart just for some general maintenance, mostly dusting, and to apply some more thermal compound, because it's been a couple of months since I've done that to the processor. But apart from that, it's absolutely grand. If it's messy, you've been sold a broken cooler. Yeah, precisely. Game for Soviet, stay for Quebec, good man. For hard/soft custom tubing, I don't know what that is. 12:15 over here. I'm out for tonight. See you later, Web. See you later, Web. Cool. Right. Well, I guess that's it for tonight. Basically, in terms of the Divinity Original Sin 2 thing that me and Soviet are doing, I basically convinced him to buy it because it's, as of the moment of buying it, at the time of buying it, its recent reviews were at 97% positive. That is phenomenal. You should tell customers at work about your stream. Yeah, to be fair. Fucking, it was 97% positive at the time, which is just phenomenal. So I ended up buying it, convincing Womble to buy it. But from what I understand, we've not done it properly. If we are going to play co-op, then we really need to play with 4 people. Otherwise, we have to recruit AI characters into the game. We're not a big fan, me and Womble, of the AI, which means we're going to need another 2 people to recruit. Rather hilariously, the only person who we have in ZF that has played this for any amount of time, Divinity Original Sin, is Neville, fucking Farg, broken English Neville. I'll tell them about my streams. I could do. Did I fix the bit alert? I think I did. Define fix. Or go Lone Wolf. Yes, we could go Lone Wolf as well. Although we didn't know that was a thing at the time. I think Lone Wolf should really enable itself automatically instead of being a perk, but who am I? Who am I to say that? So yeah, we're probably going to be doing... I don't know whether... Womble's not keen on starting again, even though we've barely gotten anywhere. He's not keen on starting again, so I think instead we might... I'm not sure. I'm not sure how we're going to do it. We're either going to keep it just me and Womble. We're planning to have 2 days in a week dedicated to Divinity, but we're going to decide that closer to the time. Womble saw it, but Canthus was asking maybe to play it with you. Yeah, I could do. So that it doesn't go off at 1 bit. Yeah, we sorted that out. What am I doing right now? I'm just talking shit, basically. Just ending the stream. Yeah, I really enjoyed Arma. I do actually quite like squad leading. Hopefully my radio discipline was something to be desired. Have I played through the first and second game with 1 character in total? It is hard to do it with 2 characters, but you'll be fine if you play around it. I've never played it before. I haven't played the first one, I haven't played anything like it. Just convince Womble to play a Ubisoft game. I don't think that's likely. Cool. Well, I think the bitrate kind of unfucked itself towards the end there. I'm really not sure what's causing the bitrate problem. I don't know. It's not something I can fix for a couple of months as well, because I think the fundamental solution is to increase the bitrate, especially for games like Arma. The reason why Cyanide's, say, for example, stream is so much sharper and so much smoother is because he's able to run at about 6,000 bits per second. That's not the technical term, but 10,000, a bitrate of 6,000, sorry. For contrast, I can only run at 3,500 without hitting the cap on my upload speed's bandwidth, the throttle. Annoyingly, the throttle period is from 5 o'clock in the evening till 11 o'clock at night, which is prime time, hence why the throttle exists in the first place. So basically I need to upgrade to like a fucking fucking internet package, which I don't mind doing. I can absolutely do it. Especially with all the live streaming donations and everything like that, and the people subscribing, that's very helpful. So yeah, there's no reason not to. It's just the problem is that I'm waiting to get my room refurbished so that I can change the internet, where the internet outlet comes into the house. Because at the moment, as I say, I'm from the opposite side of the house from where the internet comes in. I can't run a cable because it's not my house, and parents don't want me knocking holes in the walls and things like that, which is reasonable at the very least. And I'm having to use a power line adapter now. I've got a decent power line adapter, one that doesn't choke or bottleneck, but the problem is the wiring in my house isn't particularly great, which means I lose a lot of speed and I have connection problems even though I'm using a power line adapter. The power line adapter is really good. It's a gigabit per second, which is more than enough for what I'm using it for. But at the same time, struggling with the whole limitation of power line adapters. And the internet kind of thing. So yeah, that's a bit of a faff. You can get Ethernet boosters that use sockets. Yeah, it's true. Get one ball, Rainbow Six Siege, and play that. I don't think either of us really like Rainbow Six Siege. I'm sorry. I don't mean to go all hipster on you, like big cigar. No, not a cigar. A bowl of no. Sorry, what do hipsters do? A kale smoothie. I don't mean to come at you with a kale smoothie, but I really don't like mainstream games. I think they're really bad. I really haven't bought a game that wasn't on the indie scene in such a long time. I find indie gaming so much more refreshing and interesting than the same windmill of crap that is pumped out month after month from these AAA developers. I mean, I know that, for example, I hearken to EA here, and ignore the massive gaffe with Battlefront 2. This Frostbite engine that they've built their multiplayer shooter platform on, you know what I mean? You know the one, the Battlefield 4 engine. Because they're basing all of their games, Battlefront, the first one, the other game that they released, Battlefield 1, because they're all built on the same engine, they all feel like reskins of Battlefield 4. And I know that's a really weird way to look at it, because they're not. They are separate games. They all feel like just that Battlefield 4 Frostbite engine, and then we just changed it to have some World War I gas masks in. Like, it doesn't feel particularly innovative each time, and that's because there's no time for innovation, because they're cranking one out every 6 months. There's no time for a studio to really go, oh, we're going to, really make something groundbreaking. I mean, imagine how good the Levolution and how revolutionary it was meant to be in Battlefield 4, and it ended up just being a gimmick because the studio didn't have enough time to polish it properly. Hey-oh, there we go, you know what I mean, Hail Mary. Good night, God bless. Battlefield 4 livestream, yeah. That's essentially it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't play much Battlefield 4. Battlefield 3 was the shit. And me and Womble have got very different... We both agree that Battlefield 3 was one of the best Battlefield games ever made. Past sort of 1942 and Bad Company. I think I prefer that more, but I think I preferred Battlefield 3 more, but he preferred Battlefield 2 Bad Company. And I know a lot of people really liked Bad Company, but I preferred 3. Yeah, we had totally different reasons on why we think it's the best game, but hey-ho. I wish EA would leave DICE the fuck alone. Yeah, BF3 was god. BF3 was fucking amazing. Did I ever play Project Reality back in the day? I didn't. Interestingly enough, though, Project Reality was the birth of Squad. Sorry, I've just got a message from Jay in one of the Discord mods. Iron and I have a free game for you because Humble Bundle happened and we both have it, so yeah. I'll toss you the code when you're done streaming. Thank you very much, Jane. It's going to be like fucking Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2. I've already got the first one. Great game. Yes, it's one of those ones. In short, to bring it full loop, wasn't really a fan. I'm not really a fan of AAA gaming at the moment. Nothing that comes out impresses me. I know Assassin's Creed Origins is like meant to be like an actual good game, like it's actually decently reviewed. No, it's Dungeon of the Endless, you scrub. Fair enough. Yeah, you did, Reddy. he did. He gave me it. Gave me Shower with Your Dad. Did I ever play SWAT? It's very good. Credit where credit is due, Reddy. You get your credit. You get a whole top-up of credit here. Did I ever play SWAT? I didn't get to play SWAT in its prime, sadly. And because of the shenanigans pulled by Microsoft when they made Windows 10, so much of the arse end... I know Microsoft is an absolute champ for backwards compatibility, but with the arse end of Windows 10 changing just so much, the actual infrastructure for Windows 10, a lot of your older games just don't work anymore. And SWAT is apparently suffering from the same problem. The backwards compatibility of SWAT is really struggling to get running. Not to mention that obviously the GameSpy servers shut down, and that means in order to get a game running you have to do some LAN wizardry using Game Ranger, if you know what that is. And trying to organise ZF to use something like Game Ranger is like trying to organise a piss up in a brewery, because nobody knows what they're doing basically. I'm stuck in AAA games thanks to the console. Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens. God bless. Assassin's Creed Origins is air. Sorry, yeah. Oh, yeah, X-Fire. Yeah, fucking... my thoughts on Assassin's Creed Origins. Again, I haven't seen any gameplay. It really doesn't interest me anymore. I think I'm a bit hipster when I say the last one. I know a lot of people enjoyed the first one and nothing else. Or the second one. But I really liked Brotherhood. I loved Brotherhood. I loved the story in Brotherhood. I loved everything in Brotherhood. I love Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I loved the multiplayer in particular. I wasted loads of time in the multiplayer. The thing with it was that at Ubisoft was its limiting feature, and then after Revelations, I would say is really the start of decline. Black Flag. Everybody says good things about Black Flag, but I never played it. It might be good. Actually, out of all of them, everybody says Black Flag was really good. As well, like probably I don't know. Is it better than Brotherhood in terms of content and features? Yes. In terms of would I enjoy it? Maybe not. No, I don't think I would. But I'd heard good things about Black Flag at the very least, and I'm hearing kind of good things about Origin as well. But my problem with Origin is that Origins, the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you know, like this sort of devout sort of Christian thing, really owes its origin to this is just going to ramble for 3 hours stream basically. I mean, I almost thought, like, in my mind, like a more fitting origin story for the Assassin's Creed Order would be, you know, like an actual sort of not a branch, but you know, like a separation from the actual Templar Order when the Templar really took their shift towards their, you know, evil, conniving ways. And the Assassin's Creed or the Brotherhood was born out of that, designed to stop the Templars, not just some guy that runs around helping slaves. Like, I don't know, that just doesn't. It's Egypt, and there's this guy, and he's pretty good with a bow and arrow, and he just runs around helping people. And I don't know, I've seen like a really anti-climax. Would only work, yeah, exactly. It doesn't. Story-wise, Brotherhood is much greater, yeah. Rogue 2 as well. That's it. Pirate and assassin. I mean, the only other thing that they could do to escalate that series. I mean, he's a pirate and an assassin. I mean, the only other thing left is to put it in space. A space pirate assassin. That's the only other natural progression for the Assassin's Creed series after that. I never played Miscreated. Heard of it. Know what it is. Never played it. Never just sat down and bought it. Never tickled my fancy that much. I know, why center it in Egypt? Yeah, I'm a sucker for indie games as well, really. I wouldn't say I'm like a proper hardcore indie gamer where I'll go onto like Steam, sort it by indie, and go, yes, we shall give you a chance. I tend to wait for a good indie game to really shine up, like The Long Dark did, and then get interested in that. I buy lots of AAA games and never play them. Amen to that. Never play them. The whole Assassin's Order is based on the IRL Assassins, so I would have expected that. Yeah, exactly. Right, I don't think there's a matter. Well, we could ramble on for the next few hours, but I do need to go to sleep and give the old voice box a rest. So I think that about covers it, to be honest. Do I ever play Fortnite on stream at all? I don't like the look of Fortnite. I'm not a huge fan of PUBG either. I didn't like PUBG. Again, hipster Joe. No, I wasn't a big fan of PUBG. The reason that a lot of people from ZF liked PUBG was because of DayZ. PUBG is basically DayZ without the survival element. It's just the guns, the looting, the killing people. That's how it works. It's a battle royale. It's a looting, it's a loot 'em up battle royale, and it's. I didn't play DayZ for that. I played DayZ for the survival game. I was one of about 6 people that played Hero on DayZ because I really enjoyed the survival aspect of it. I didn't play it as like a big sort of zombie survival battle royale thing like 99% of other people did. I was one of that minority that played it for the survival game. And PUBG gave us DayZ, but took away the survival game and the zombies. And I just didn't fancy that. Way back when it was first announced, the middle ground was meant to be Escape from Tarkov. This was really before it knew what direction it was taking as a game. And I think a lot of people were really happy with how that was going to go, and then it kind of became a bit weird and doesn't really have much purpose. I mean, it's a good idea, but I think fundamentally the core gameplay is a bit strange. Like you spawn at an insertion point, you then go through grabbing guns, ammo, and vests and backpacks, and then you extract, and then they're saved so that you can take the gear on your next run to get more guns, ammo, gear, and backpacks. And then you exfil again, and then you've got more stuff in your inventory, and then you can go and do it again. I don't know, it seems a bit weird. Like, you loot guns to loot guns, like that's, and then it just keeps going. It just seems a bit mad to me. And that it just seems like it's like 60% of a game. It's like, wouldn't it be great if I had something to do with the guns that I'd looted and not just loot more guns? I'm saying that Far Cry 3 is amazing. I've never played Far Cry. I never played any of the Far Cry, which I know is a cardinal sin of gaming. But I don't know. I've never finished Skyrim either. We've got Battle Lizard, but I've never finished it. Sounds like The Division, yeah. They took the survival, yeah. PUBG is the opposite of the Long Dark, you're right. Again, it's one of the reasons why I love the Long Dark. It's a survival game. I love survival games, and there are survival games that are done badly. I think there's a game called Stranded Deep that we played briefly. I don't like that as a survival game. I find it very linear and narrow. Not a fan of it at all. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon is awesome. I haven't played Far Cry 2. Kind of ruined Skyrim for myself, but used cheats, after which the game wasn't very fun because I already had everything. I'm a dumbass, yeah, happens. Ever played OpenTTD? I love OpenTTD. I could sit for hours and fuck around with train signals. I absolutely love OpenTTD. Nobody else does. I'd struggle to find 6 or 7 people to play it with, but I love it, nonetheless. Yes, love OpenTTD. I think that's about it then. The bears are as creepy. Yeah, that's it. Is OpenTTD like SimCity? No. What is OpenTTD? It's Open Transport Tycoon. It's like a 16-bit, 32-bit transport tycoon game. Tycoon game. It's amazing. I've never played Factoria. I didn't. It's strange that I would like OpenTTD but don't like Factoria. But I didn't like Factoria. It just looked too complicated for my tiny brain to handle, and I didn't like the art style, which I know is strange. It's not that I didn't like the bits, or the 8-bit, 16-bit kind of art style, 32-bit in the case of Factoria. I just wasn't a fan of the art style, if you like. I don't know. It just didn't click with me. Have I ever played Rabid? No, never played Rabid. I most like simulator games. As I say, there's a simulator game, or a sort of a half simulator game coming out called. The next game that I'm looking forward to, or the next game that I know about that I'm looking forward to, is a game called Wolfpack. And it's basically 4 of you crewing a German U-boat in the important positions, working to, and U-boot as well. U-boot is a bit like FTL. I mean, actually, it's a bit like Bomber Crew. If you look at U-boot and Wolfpack, you'll know why I'm looking forward to them, having been a bit of a Cold Waters fan. But I digress. I think that's about it from me tonight. I'm going to bugger off because I can literally feel my voice giving out like any second now. So, thanks very much for watching, and I shall see thee all probably tomorrow sometime. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Some awesome indie games in Discord. I'll be sure to have a look. Cheers, mate. Why isn't Wolfpack only in VR? Not that I know of. Alright, see you later, guys. Bye.